up, I might tip over. Hopefully I'm not disturbing anyone that's sleeping right now. But it is I, the real Randy Chavez. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. I wouldn't say, where's Dashy? Where is Dashy? I don't know. Dashy is currently guarding the house, and I'm here with y'all. And this is just kind of like a hang sesh. We're just, ask me about whatever you want, get my opinions on whatever you want. I do have this. It's called ABCDEFU. Uh, Someone by Gail. Yeah, I don't even know what this title was, to be honest. um, I'll probably get. Yeah, so look at this one video called ABCDEFU. It's by Gail, and it is this crazy weird. I met Tessa Violet once in New York City. I had one of her shirts. Anyway, um, yeah, so I met her in New York City years ago. Anyway, so Gail, I don't know who this chick is. This is like the kind of stuff that you do when you're like, not the stuff that I did, but I feel like now it's the type of stuff that you do like when you're 15, 16 years old, and everyone is just like, hey, let's just I just broke up with my boyfriend. Let's go just do some ratchet ass stuff. And it's like, yeah, YOLO, let's go. And the whole story is about this one girl who's she got like her heart broken, and she's like, you know what? I don't care about this boy anymore. So she goes and she breaks in his house, and she like takes pictures with the dog. She bakes a cake, and the cake just says "fu" on it. This is great. And she posts like you can tell like she's posting it all to like Snapchat and TikTok and whatever kids are using, and it's just the funniest thing. It and it's also a really good song. I just really enjoyed it, so I just wanted to share that with you. Let's see. All right, here we got here. Me Home says first. Hetman says E2. Just says I love Lucy. Yo yo yo. What up, Vlogic? And Justin says this title. Yeah. So again I don't know what this title was. What's up, Peter? How's it going? Jesus Christ has entered the chat. How are you? How are you? Dashy's doing well. I know y'all are partners. All check games is Pokemon. Yeah, dude, Pokemon is one of my. When talking to Andre Jick the other day, and see like, how some people is like, oh, real recognizes real, dude. Nerd recognizes nerd. Like when we were just shooting the stuff afterwards. This is after we had gotten down to the bottom about things with, with Foster and all the like potential. Basically answering everyone's questions. At the end of the day, it was just nerd, and he like when I talked about Trophy Kangaskhan, and I'm really pleased to see that like he didn't know who I was, and he's like, and he wanted to like he asked me like how'd you get the money for this, and so I'm really hoping that Andre Jick, someone tweet him please, like hey Randy Chavez wants to talk to you, or just I'll just ask Foster or whatever, um, that you could recognize anywhere. Like there's this one episode of it's the Jimmy Fallon show or Jimmy. Let me see if I can remember it. I don't know if Jimmy Fallon. No, there's Jimmy Fallon and there's Jimmy Kimmel. No, it's not Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is like I hate that guy. So Jimmy Fallon, and he basically I think it was like Nicole Kidman or someone. Basically, she's on his show, and then he realizes like, oh yeah, I really liked you, and Jimmy Fallon's like, oh yeah, Jimmy Fallon's like, wait what? Like, like you liked me? Like in that whole like, no, you didn't. Like that crazy, you liked me. So if you saw that, and you know what I'm talking about, like 20 million people saw that, um, that look like what? And that's the same look that nerds just give each other, like, oh, you like this? Like, oh, well, friendo, could be friend. Um, so yeah, just learn to recognize that look. It's fun when you see it. Chill vibes. Who's your plug? I don't know what that means. I don't know a lot of these sayings or meanings. Or like plugging in like my Patreon down below, or plugging in my, my merch down below as well. I I don't know who the ABCDEF girl is. EDFU. This one I just like. So the reason why I came up to it just now is I was on Instagram. I was trying to get this one girl, Erica V. She's called Beauty in the Vlog. She's like a YouTube strategist. And so she had started. So she's got like 12,000 followers on Instagram, really like influencer. And I reached out to her because she was one of my first She was one of the people that had really like supported me in like Earth 2 when I first started. I was like, hey, this is really cool. So let me find out her YouTube. Erica Vieira, whatever. So I'm getting her on the podcast sometime in January, I hope. Um, but yeah, it's really cool because like her specialty is getting people, up here, and I was like, well, I never really used anything, but we kind of remain friends. So again, no plugs. That I'm not. This is not paid. There's no paid advertisements for anyone. Um, OMI Child's going on. Green Goblin says a live stream from Betty White's kitchen. So this is my girlfriend's apartment, but this is this is not her flower. This is not her wall that she chooses to. It's just an apartment that she moved into, and it's like, it works, and it does. It works. Um, your fridge disappeared, Randy. Well, there's a fridge next to me. It's not my fridge. It's not the fridge that you all know and love. I don't know why my fridge is obsessed with. What's up, Ginferno? How's it going? Just says, what's up, Randy? Just says, post Andre Lucy clarity. Post on. Well, if you want clarity, if you want anything, here it goes. Oh my God! So Armegalip says just bought 750 tiles in Chavez Topia. I hope you use the link down below and use my referral code. Frankie Boy 261 says, "Man, Omi taking a hit like everything else. The bots are still real." Yeah. I mean, I think we're actually down. I checked my Omi status before on the Bit4x, and we're down like 0.0050. And if you look at where we are in the charts, it's like, okay, there's a big. Oh wait, hold on. Let's go like a 2 hour. No, let's go like a day. 4 hour. I'm trying to figure out like the best chart. Maybe it's not even that. It's just the 1 hour. Yeah, just like this is just the 1 hour. When in doubt, zoom out. Look at the past. Look at the past like week or so. Okay, well that's where we are. Let me lower the volume a little bit, and let's go to the past trading days and like the past month and see where we are. Are we better? You're in a better position now than you were a month ago, than you were in May, April. So if you want to get in now, I would not blame you. If I had more money, I would be getting more in now. I will be getting more next week. I do have 115.7 million right now, so I'll be getting a little more next week, and hopefully in like the next couple weeks I get up to 116. I'll let you all know. Randy the Whale, why thank you. The biggest bro says Wonder Woman going to the moon. So this is what I thought before, and this just I was with the girlfriend. We were walking the dog, and I don't know why like the Lucy decided to play with my mind. It's like thinking, okay, here's what it was. Like, okay, well, if you have Superman, that's a first appearance, and Superman that's, let's just face it, not as attractive as Wonder Woman, even though the statue itself probably looks a little bit better than Wonder Woman. You're looking at the statue, and it's like, okay, it's 1 out of 8,888. I like Superman, central part of the Justice League. To be honest, there's a lot of villains that the only reason they don't defeat them is because Superman is there. Like that's really the only reason that is Superman is the deciding factor in most of those. But Superman, Batman, they let Batman especially is notorious for letting his opponents live. But Wonder Woman has a comic. I forget which one it was, but it's saying like, no, like there's a reason why you don't see any arch nemesis to Wonder Woman. It's like, because when I have an issue, I deal with them, and I was like, oh, that's so badass. So yeah, Wonder Woman deals with her issues, like no cap, like she will HMO on a mother flapper. So I'm thinking like, okay, well, I like Wonder Woman as a character better. I think most people would like Wonder Woman as a character better. Even though, again, the Trinity is not the Trinity 3 from the secret Discord group, but the Trinity like is Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Those are the three. So she's one of the three. She's definitely the top woman superhero of all time ever. Harley Quinn might have a little more craze right now, but go to China, like, does anyone know Harley Quinn? Like, everyone knows Wonder Woman. Like, most everybody knows Wonder Woman. So I look at that and I think like, okay, well, figure if at 8,888 editions you have that going up to like 1,500 at one point, for Superman. So obviously Wonder Woman being in series, like whatever, not series. I think Superman was also series 2, but Anyway, going at a little bit higher editions, so we wouldn't get up to the high of the 1500 that we were at, but maybe the high would reach maybe like 11 or 1200, even 1000, and then you would settle the way that this we settled around 1000 for Superman, and I think for Wonder Woman, could probably settle around 700 at some point. And so I was like, okay, well, I had one earlier today that you all saw that I bought at 125, and then I see a bunch at 190, and I was like, listen, I don't know where this can go, and I still want to save for Pokemon just in case we have it. I don't know if we do or not. So I bought four more, so I have five Wonder Woman total, and it was around 190 ish. When I bought four of them, I was like, okay, if this goes somewhere, great. If not, no big deal. And I think it's at like 237 now. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, yeah, I see Wonder Woman at some point because of the notoriety she has, because it's the first appearance, because it's just I think a better character than Superman. Superman a lot of times boring. And again, what have we seen in Superman the last few years? Yeah, in Justice League where they shat on him. Batman v Superman where they shat on him again. Man of Steel, which is good. Again, I like all these movies. I just wish that they did it. I love Superman, and I wish that they had done a better job with him. I wish that they had let us feel his death. I wish that they had, blow by blow, seen him die. I want to feel every stroke, not just one, fight at the end where it's just like a Titanic scene, like. Um, and I want to see Justice League as funeral. So anyway, but Wonder Woman has been having some. 2017 is a really good movie. The new one I heard wasn't all that good. But either way, there's that's what I thought. That was my theory. So we'll see if that works out or not. Short term, it did, because it's at like, what is she at, two? What's she at right now? Near, far, wherever. I'm still going with, like, again, what they did at the Batman v Superman. So let's take a look at what she is at the market right now. Can't even find her. All right, so Wonder Woman, there's 589 of her. So maybe okay, so at 247. So short term, yeah, it was a good deal. I made a couple $100 if I decide to sell now, which I'm not. Let y'all know. Wonder Woman going to the moon. This is what's the deal with Wonder Woman? Yeah, I don't know. Wonder Woman number 684. Nice. Logic says, is the Wonder Woman bullish now? I don't know. Again, this is. I think at some point she settles a lot higher. And again, I am. If normally this is not financial advice, I'm doing this under the influence, like not just a couple beers. Although I've had a couple beers also, but like majorly under the influence. So you'll see. Um, Although I'm the first to tell you that I am lucky. Jerome says, I've been looking at graded Pikachu cards on eBay. I have no idea what I'm doing. Need to probably learn more before I spend a lot. Okay, so yeah, definitely collect what you like, but first edition PSA 10s, look at the population report. Like, again, decide what you like. Decide if you like. Definitely start off with the most expensive ones. Obviously, first edition PSA 10 Charizard. And here's the thing: like most Pokemon cards, they're $1 or less. Most Pokemon cards are energy cards. So a lot of people really don't. I had thousands of those. Like, yeah, but do you have any decent ones? Even if you did, they're probably in crappy condition. But you can find some really good deals. If you want to, you can complete a binder set. You can complete a jungle binder set for like $200. How do I know this? Because I have one for sale right now. If you wanted to, I'll let you know exactly what it's in. Yeah, let me go to selling real quick. I think one of the eBay pages down below, but let me show you exactly what you would. Yeah, so or I'm sorry, it's only, you don't get the hollows from it. It's a non-hollow jungle set. It's from numbers 17 through through the rest of them. But be advised, it is first edition, so everything that you're getting, like, it's still first edition. They're just non-hollow. So everything there is all first edition. They're all relatively decent condition. It's just not. Yeah. So if you want, I'll give you all first editions. 17th, there's no hollows in there. But yeah, let me know, and I'll help you get started. Ken Rabe says, "Can you talk about Nathaniel and Thomas being gone?" Yeah, sure. So, um, there's been a lot of talk about E2 devs slowly but surely going away, and yeah, that's fair. Nathaniel, Wolfgang, Thomas, and all that. For the most part, as long as Dylan CO, Shane's still there, and again, assuming that they took over drone, so I never just say anything bad about people while they're not here and while they can't defend themselves, but a lot of these changes are happening around the same times that some people are leaving. I don't. Maybe some of these wouldn't have happened if those people were there. Maybe the fact that those people were there and they left, and now we have other. Again, I think Earth 2 is very well funded. Again, you don't shut down your whole site for like a day or two, And I have the worst luck with that. I'm gonna go live with Arya Realty Investments and King Tech Ops tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to talk about a lot of the stuff there. But you don't shut down your whole page, for like a day or two, if you're like in dire straits, like, and you need money. Like, we're well funded, we're good. I don't see any issue there. Again, I bought a lot more today. There was a lot of money that changed hands today. I bought some. I obviously bought a 749 tile plot in Chavez. I bought another plot in South Korea, and again, I didn't want to make too many decisions while I was under the influence, but I didn't know about it. I didn't know about this until literally like hours it came on because I wasn't able to. You saw on my stream this morning, it wasn't letting me. It wasn't letting me go on and purchase anything. So I was like, okay, let me drive to the girlfriend's and I'll figure it out later. And then after I figured it out, I was already tripping. I was like, okay, we're gonna get some Antarctica, get some South Korea. Yeah, it was nuts. Um, Shred Lab says, I'm 52, totally missed the Pokemon thing. How do I learn why everyone is so crazy about it? I hate to be able to. Um, so I think that, well, they definitely have the nostalgia factor. Like, there's also a formula. In like the 90s, early 2000s, even in the 80s, why were kids obsessed with Power Rangers? Because, okay, well, what they had to do is they had this formula of, they're fighting something and the fighting thing's winning. So, okay, so they morph. So morph in time. And they're like, oh, okay, now this thing is winning. Or now the Rangers are winning. So Rita Repulsa has to call down, a thing, make my monster grow. And then this happens. And then, oh, Megazord. Oh, like, oh, Dragon Sword power. And then they defeat it. We know that's what's going to happen every single episode. Like, we knew that. You knew that as kids. Like, what's going to happen? How are they going to get out of it? That's how they're going to get out of it. Like, they had a formula. Only time they changed that up and why the Green Ranger is so, uh, like, an amazing, like, why everyone still loves him, because he gave the Rangers the business for, like, 5 straight days. Just like, they were all supposed to be these great heroes and they couldn't take on this one guy. So yeah, we all love the Green Ranger. But yeah, they had a system, okay, and you knew what to expect, and they did that very, very well. Same thing with Sailor Moon. Okay, well, they're girl problems, and then the big thing, and then Moon Prism Power. So she does that. It's like, okay, so she does with her tiara and this whole transformation scene that probably wants a bunch of hentai, and then you go and you see, like, okay, well, they go and they beat up the bad guy. They have a lesson at the end. Same thing with Pokemon. What Pokemon did, they just basically took what Power Rangers and they took what Sailor Moon did and they said, hey, let's do it with tiny, cute little monsters. I'm gonna fight a Pokemon, I'm gonna catch a Pokemon. Team Rocket comes in and they try to steal a Pokemon. Team Rocket's blasting off again. That's what they did every single episode. Catch a Pokemon or Pokemon joins their team. Team Rocket comes in, make them blast off again. And they did that. So they did that formula really, really well. And the game was so much fun. Like, also this was one of the first times where a show like really got deep on me. Like, where it didn't always have a happy ending. Like, it didn't wrap up in beneath a bow. And I think what Pokemon did well, it's like to be continued. Sailor Moon and Power Rangers, they never had it to, like, sometimes they had like to be continued, but Pokemon, they had that thing where it's like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Oh my god, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. And but here's some of the stuff that they had done. Power Rangers, and I cringe when I see this. Like you see Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger. So I was like, oh, can we just like go to the mall or something? And I was like, I cringe when I hear that. Like that's the best dialogue you can come up with. But yeah, that's what they thought teenagers were like at the time, and fair point, they were. So, but again, my when you're a kid and finally something takes you out of that element and they show you something that is different, that makes you feel like feelings, like maybe Mr. Rogers would have done it, um, had I been like 5 or 6 and not had Pokemon. Sure, whatever. But they said like, okay, bye bye Butterfree. What happens in that episode? In that episode, Butterfree has to go and make babies, and Butterfree, you have this really heartfelt connection with Ash, and you're saying like, hey Butterfree, I know you love your friends over here, but you need to go and maybe. So they spend this whole episode, this Butterfree like rescues this pink Butterfree, the shiny Butterfree. Ash goes, he's a bro, lets him go and get laid. But Butterfree knows he has to say goodbye to his friends, and his adventures as he knew them were over. Like that, if that's not an allegory for marriage, I just don't. I don't know. Anyway, so it goes on, and you knew he says like, hey, and I'll tell him maybe you'll be back someday. And we haven't seen Butterfree to this day. But we knew at the time, it's like, oh, he's saying what he has to say for Butterfree to make Butterfree feel better, even though that they both know they're probably not coming back, and it's gonna hurt Ash the most. Like that, nothing at that time made me feel that way, and I think that's what really connected a lot of us. Kind of that shared trauma, and I think that just that TV generation, or just like, hey, latchkey kids, where you go home, you wear a key around your neck, and there's no parents at home. Like, what did you do? TV raised you. Like that's pretty much it. A lot of my stuff just happened because of anime. It's gotten fighting because Dragon Ball Z. That, and also because a lot of you know the kind of the real story. But yeah, I always like fighting with that. The real story I got in the box is a little different, but um, yeah. So it was just a weird combination of things that can never be replicated again in the history of history. That's why Pokemon reached such a, it just can't be replicated. And it's at a time where before social media, so before like that '90s craze, you just can't get the same way that you had it again. The only similar way that some people felt that they said was in 2016, with the launch of Pokemon Go, which I was in Kuwait and I was not able to be here for. That's really sad. But then also, recently, I guess some people are really getting into the cars. I guess because of the pandemic, whatever. Um, so that's been really fun, to see as well. But yeah, like now it's coming back to us when we're all adults and we have money, but it means something. It's not just a making money thing, where clearly it can. That's the reason for a lot of the reason for my success. Um, but it's also because it is nostalgic. It's not just money. It has heart to it as well. Um, Green Goblin says Wonder Woman is the second most popular hero, number one in Asia. Hold till we all have access to that market. It will be there, Todd. So something that me and Wendy were on a stream the other day with Jeremy Pador, and one of the, I forget who it was, they had said that, yeah, by the way, there's only like a couple hundred people in Hong Kong that have this app. I guess they can track it somehow. And I was like, I thought there were at least a couple thousand, if not like maybe like 10,000 or whatever. So no, there's like a couple hundred people that have the app in Hong Kong. I was like, and that's just in Hong Kong. I was like, there's so like nobody has it yet. Let me get the super chat real quick. Potsy Weber says, never held a Pokemon card in my life, and I don't know anyone except Randy that has. 48 years old, New York City. So Potsy Weber, how's it going? I'll see you in a little bit. In like a week or two. Yeah. Oh, so you don't really. You probably do. You probably have like worked with someone, maybe like intern or whatever, that has done that in their past, but maybe you just don't know it. Um, Again, how I'd introduce myself to other people nowadays, be like, hey, Randy, I'm a YouTuber, and then like, so they wouldn't really know unless like they really go into it. What I tell them, cause I guess it depends on the crowd too. Like if I'm around like my peeps, like late 20s, early 30s, like, oh yeah, Pokemon all day. It's like the secret sign that we're, but if someone's a little older crowd, they might think like, all right, is he still like a kid? Like, is he gonna grow up anytime soon? So, uh, but yeah, yeah. So thank you for the super chat, and I'll see you soon. What else we got here? Um, yeah. So that was the other thing. That there's only a couple hundred people that have this in Hong Kong. Like, so yes, I will hodl, and hopefully you guys get some Wonder Woman before it blows up. Specific says you didn't miss it. Pokemon came out when you were 20, dude. Yeah, it's true. You're just probably chasing girls, probably pursuing higher education when we were just like I gotta catch it. Like, so there's a couple of really interesting things that happen as well when the evolution of Pokemon games. Like now it's like, okay, so we have this thing called leftovers. Leftovers is an attached item that you can give to your Pokemon, and I guess I'll get to that in a second. We got SR Lead JB says, thanks for your passionate answer. Yeah, yeah. So this is what it's gonna be all night. It's just gonna be long-winded answers and really short answers after that. Um, just because of that's what I'm doing. That's the feeling that we're getting right now from the Lucy. Um, so yeah, I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, so you have like these leftovers which give you one whatever health you have. Let's say there's you have 80 health. Well, this gives you 1/8 of that. So you get 10 hit points added to your health regardless of what happens. That's a beautiful item. So you have that in conjunction with like, okay, well now I have this move that has a stab bonus called same type attack bonus. So if I use the same move with me and I have like a quick claw with it, or I have a pink bow to power up this move, and I can multiply it. Like it's so really complex the way it is done now, and the tournaments are mostly math driven. And then there's a little bit of strategy, because you have trick rooms and all that, and you have helping hands, and especially when you have multiple Pokemon in each one. But back in the day, it was just, I'm an earthquake. Oh, you mother flappers, because earthquake is just a powerful move, and I'm gonna earthquake you. Like you weren't calculating super same type attack bonus. You weren't calculating. Back in the day, you just weren't doing that. Nowadays, of course you can, and that game was broken AF. We could just go in and say like, okay, well, as long as we know that, as long as it's bleeding red, like the beep boop beep, the game goes faster, so you can beat it a lot quicker. There's a whole bunch of glitches that you can do that we found out. Asaya says, was it awkward yesterday with Cavell? Was his opinions? How much did you agree with his opinions? Okay, well, I guess I'll answer this now. I'll get back to the Pokemon thing in a bit. No, it was so the most awkward thing yesterday was everyone going through. I had a bunch of super chats, and I knew that yesterday I was not getting through those comments. But the super chats, I had to make sure, like, okay, like post this one, this, and it was really hard to do while also moderate, the three other dynamic personalities we had in there before even Andre Jick came in. So you had to moderate. Well, Cavell Anderson was so it was just me and Foster at first. And then after Foster were like going at it for a while, and then Cavell came on, and then Pags came on, and Cavell had some questions, so I'm like catching up with the super chats, and I'm trying to get like Wendy. I'm trying to text my other guy that I had on for 9 o'clock that night. It's like, hey, we might have to reschedule. This thing. I didn't know all this was happening. I know all this was going down. So it wasn't awkward. I was just I was supposed to at that time. I was supposed to have a break. I was not meant to be streaming for 10 hours yesterday. It was meant to be streaming for, the 2.5 hours with German Paddle War with Wendy and all that. And then it was only supposed to be like an hour or so with Foster. And then I would do like, after he would leave, I would do like a breakdown with Jeremy Paddle War side, which I still haven't done. I still have to do that. And then just, he stayed. And he got 100. Yeah, so it wasn't awkward. It was just hard to manage all, but Cavell's got really good. He's like a pit bull, and this is his family, and also, so you got to understand, like, Cavell's coming from 3 different places. One of which is that he's coming from like, hey, what exactly are you bringing to the community? Like why are people spending $100 for this? So he's got to be aggressive on that front. The other front is that this is a thing where it happened. Like Foster's genius for reaching out and doing this with him, because unbeknownst to him, this is probably going to work out really, really well in his favor. Um, and maybe there's a hint of like, okay, well, Cavell's trying as hard as he can over here, like reaching out to Reese and making all this merch for everyone, and he's plugging his merch wherever he can. And then suddenly Foster, this Canadian dude, Canadian A, out of left field, hooks up with Andre Jick, and it's like it probably just threw him for a loop, and he's probably just like, okay, well, just to show face on this front, just to like kind of claim the territory of, okay, well, you might have that, okay. And this is what it is. All right, Foster's carving out his part of the internet for Veve, and Cavell is probably like, okay, well, I'm gonna have the merch. You can have that. I'll have the merch. So people are just figuring out where they stand, and I'm just here like moderating popcorn. So it was really interesting. And then to see Pags come in and just kind of you see like the old buck, and I'm not saying like put him out to pasture or anything, but where you have a bunch of like young bucks that are in their late 20s, early 30s, and we're just kind of like, we have really strong opinions about things, but we do have to realize at the end of the day, Mr. Pags, Daddy Pags, has been in for. He could run circles around us. He's more successful than all of us, without even setting foot on social media. It's just that old school Jersey, like, hey, this is what we do, and he's kind of just saying like, listen. And honestly, the realest thought in that was like, listen, if I were gonna do something like this, I would say like, Randy, whatever. But before he asked for Cavell to get a he orders a lot of stuff from Cavell. So he orders a lot of stuff from Cavell. So anyway, he's like, Randy, if me and you were doing something and somebody doesn't like it, I'd be like, okay, well that's not my index finger you're getting here. If someone doesn't like it, I don't care. Like I'm doing what I am. So at the end of the day, yeah, what Pag says probably the best is like doing what he does. Yeah, so that was just do what you want to do, and if you don't like it, don't. I think that's the best thing. So hopefully that was a good answer. I forgot what was beforehand. So we're talking about Pokemon. It's like what we're trying to do. Yeah. So now so now the games are broken AF, where you can go on and you can say like, okay, well, if I give you like an X accuracy at the start of the round, suddenly the X accuracy not only makes Horn Drill work 100% of the time, but it doesn't reset for each new opponent. So you can put in X accuracy on your Nidoking, which you can get Nidoking at level 16. Because you have a Nidoran evolves into Nidorino at level 16, and then you can use a Moonstone on it you find in Diglett's Cave, or not Diglett's Cave, in Moonstone in, I forget what that place is called. Oh God, what is that place called? It's gonna annoy me now. So we're gonna go to the Game Boy here. Yellow version. Speed. Mount Moon. Mount Moon is what it's called. So you get a thing called a Mount Moon, and yeah, so you can go and say, okay, well now Nidoking is not only going to, and again, a Horn Drill is a one-hit KO. One-hit KO this guy, and you could do the whole team like that. So it's just one-hit KO, 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 KO. So going into the Pokemon League, all you really need is a bunch of ethers to refill your PP, because there's only 5 PP that you get for that move, and you just go through you could go through the entire Elite Four with a level 16 Nidoking. Boom, Horn Drill, X accuracy, Horn Drill. You got to get lucky on the rolls. Anyway, I digress. Moving on. Fridge was a lie. It was not a lie. Peter says, I bought 11 Wonder Woman, and my little brother Vlogic bought 17 for average 110. Oh, I think I bought one from Vlogic. Yeah, I think I did buy one from him. Or maybe I just saw somebody else that had that name, but that name did come up at some point today. It came across my desk, came across my eyes. 17 for average 110, that's insane. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that has 80 of them. 80. Like, you had to spend $16,000 probably to get that. It's nuts. William Steincross says, "What's your Earth 2 and OMI split?" It's not. Most of my portfolio is OMI. Uh, you could talk about collectibles, Pokemon cards, like Earth 2. Most of my everything is OMI. The one thing I didn't sell was Earth 2. I sold everything except for two Pokemon cards. Not because like, oh, they're so special to me, just because I haven't been able to sell them. Can't sell them. I'm trying. I have listed like the cheapest that these guys have ever that have been in a long time. Cheapest on the markets by far, by like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Um, just to get some more money. Um, but yeah, Earth 2 is the one thing that I had never sold. I did sell. So be advised, Chavez Topia mostly. I still have a bunch of tiles in India and a bunch of whatever. It's just that everything went into OMI. Like everything was done, and I sold everything except for Earth 2. So Earth 2 does not have a huge thing. That's actually only the only thing that I still put money into every week is Earth 2. But yeah. So, but it still pales in comparison. Maybe like 3% of my portfolio, give or take. Not even. Justin says, "Dude, I would never be able to get over if I missed the chance on Nicole Kidman." Yeah, I forget who it was. It might not have been Nicole Kidman. Let me see. It was Jimmy Fallon realizes. All right, hold on. Jimmy Fallon realizes. Oh yeah, he blew a date with Nicole Kidman. So that was the whole thing. It was
Do you remember this? It was really embarrassing for me.
Yes.
Fair Use Act. Fair use.
I have not seen you since then,
I have not.
right?
That is correct.
No.
But this is years ago, and do you want me to tell my version of the
Yeah,
story?
you tell your version.
I'm walking down the street in New York City.
Yeah.
My friend Rick calls me and says, "Dude, what are you doing?" I go, "I'm just walking down the street." He goes, "I have Nicole Kidman with me, and she wants to meet you for maybe to be in Bewitched or something like that." So I go, "What? Okay." She goes, "I can be in your apartment in like 10 minutes." I go, "You're going to bring Nicole Kidman over to my apartment?" I'm like, "Okay, I don't know. What do I do? What do I have something? What do I do?" He goes, "I don't know. Just get some cheese and crackers or something." And I'm like, cheese and crackers. What are you talking about? I don't have dinner party. I don't have anyone over my house. I'm like, I have video games and sneakers. I mean, so I go, there's a deli, and I go in the deli. I go, what do you mean cheese?
Oh my god. Okay, so he's gonna talk on for a while. Let me figure out where it is.
Oh, Jimmy wants to meet you, and you can go with him.
Nicole Kidman? Do we
So
go
I
on a
go
date?
over the. Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Did I date Nicole Kidman? Do we
So
go
I
on a
go
date?
over though, and you're there in a baseball cap and like nothing, just like.
I had brief
I'm like-
cheese.
and you wouldn't talk. You didn't say anything. You were like, "Hey." Did you? Right? Is that
I didn't say. I was
You
very
went,
nervous.
And
I didn't say,
I'm like, okay.
I didn't know this was
so,
this is a thing. I thought
it
this
was
was a
like
movie.
a hang. It was meant to just. I don't know.
So he's like losing his mind because he could have like dated Nicole Kidman. Like it could have been a thing. I don't know how this got brought up, but there was a point to it, I assume, at some point. Carl R says, "How do I get my Veve app to work again? My device says it's not compatible." I would say go uninstall, reinstall. Try that. Updating the app and see if that works. Do a hard reset on your phone, uninstall, reinstall, and then try that. And then if anything, contact support. Gunther Heisenberg says the fridge is the portal into Chavez Topia. So, I mean, well, we're on. I mean, I don't have it here with me. I wish I did. The fridge. I guess I have to talk to my landlord and say like, hey, I need to get this fridge when I leave because y'all want it so bad. I guess it's not a clean fridge, guys. I need to like have it clean. Like, it's a lot more trouble than it's worth. Trust me. E2 about to become the best metaverse out there. So says Hetman. Yeah. I think E2 could be definitely one of the biggest, and it's ahead of where Veveverse is right now. Earth 2 is literally right there. It's literally like, we got a bunch of Essence now, and I can't wait to go over that tomorrow with Arya, Realty, and King Tech Ops. That's gonna be bananas. Moving on. David Rose Mom says, "I have 0 Wonder Woman. I suck." Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Still love you anyway. So Pacific says, "Would pay a couple hundred for a Randy's Fridge NFT." Oh my god, I guess maybe I should make some and then give it utility. Be like, show this, show me the NFT, and then I'll buy you a beer. I guess I don't know. You could only show me max of like three though, and then because one, I don't want to be responsible if you're getting way too drunk, and then two, like, what if like we have somewhere to be, and like, no, you have to sit there and you have to drink your three beers, and like, you gotta maybe shots on some, I don't know, and we got to spread it out. It just says, how do you feel about $1,000 minimum on the app in order to withdraw? I think that that's on the test site, and I think that that will not make it to the final front. I think if that were to make it to the final, there'd be riots. Like there's no way that that makes it. So there's a test site, and it says like, hey, we're gonna need to withdraw a minimum of 50 gems per time. So okay, if you don't have 50 gems, flip your way, and then you'll get 50-ish gems at some point, 51, 55, whatever, and you'll transfer. So once you have that, it says like if you're a whale, you can only transfer out a max of 50,000 gems per week. Okay, like I guess you have to have a cap, whatever. And then the other one was that because again, you're going to be able to sell for OMI, so gems probably won't be really that much of a thing in the future. Or I hope not. Maybe just to buy stuff. And then the other thing was a 10% fee to withdraw, which is what a lot of people are really getting up and over in arms of. And I get it. Let's say, hey, I bought this something for $7, and now I have it on, this comic for $7, and it's some type of, obviously a Marvel comic, and you sell it for $100. Okay, well, after the fees, because they Marvel takes 8.5%, Marvel takes 6 or 6.5%, and we take 2 or 2.5%. So either way, 8.5% fees are taken, and you have $91.50 left. Okay, well, out of the $91.50 left, you obviously have enough to withdraw. You can withdraw, and because it's over the minimum of 50, and now it takes another 10% on top of that. Suddenly, you're left with, so out of $9, and 15 cents. It's like, okay, well, now you have 82-ish dollars left. Okay, well, so I get it. I had 100, now I only have 82 that hits my bank account. It's like, okay, well, you started with 7. Like, this is for people that work with a lot of money. This is just the cost of doing business. People that like have had LLCs and jobs and work with other business, like that's just the cost it is. Like even like old school people will be like, okay, well, how much to sell on this side? Like, okay, just give me like 30%, whatever. All right, it's just the cost of doing business, and that's just what it is. People are not going to be happy about that. It's just, again, I don't know if 10% is the final number. It could be lower, but hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Maybe it's higher than that. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's okay. Well, if you don't want to withdraw, then sell your stuff for OMI and then transfer your OMI at some point. Super Hank says, "What's up, Randy? I joined Foster $100 club. Still no Andre. It's all good, but I would like to speak to Andre soon. Yeah, apparently he does it once a month. I have to join that as well. I'm a little busy, but I will get to it. And I will report on it when I get there." Specific says that might be a thing for the early testers. The $1,000 thing that probably won't make it. Just says so hard to gauge whether to buy after a drop. It is, really is. I got a little lucky, I guess, with Wonder Woman. Well, we'll see. We'll see long term where she goes. David Rose's mom says, "Buy the WW she's the but the Wonder Woman is the mighty cartoonish style." I know it is, but that's the first appearance. Why it didn't really work out so well with Steve Rogers, Captain America, is because, well, there was 30,000 of him. There was a very large set out of that, and we had a really amazing giant animated statue of Captain America that came right after that. It's like, okay, well, that is kind of slapping the original. That whole thing was rough. But Wonder Woman, they've learned from that, so I think she'll have a much higher. Again, hate to say it, love Captain America is part of the reason why I joined and stayed in the military as long as it is. Just see, but Wonder Woman's just more popular. Heaven says Essence will become crypto on E2. Randy, talk about E2. Yeah, so Essence right now is currently, they just did an airdrop, and I don't even know how much I got, but I'll take a look here. Take a look right now. Because we should have gotten more jewels, and we should have gotten more essence. So I got not that much ether today, but I'm actually over 30,000 essence right now, which is insane. Um, and the 30,000 essence that I got is just again, I can't believe how that you get essence by way of you buy tiles, and every day ether appears on your tiles, on your land, on your property. But you don't know, like, okay, well, how do you know? How do you get it? Well, you need to put on these mentars. And these mentars that are on your property, they detect the ether and they can convert them into essence. And if you go and you take these mentars and you slot them with jewels, and the jewels that you go and you are in your resources, and I just claimed, I don't know how many I claimed today, 64? 64, nice. And you take the jewels and you slot the mentars, and each jewel will give you like a plus uh, 0.5% like in fresh water reduction in the future. So and that's discovered super cheap in Brazil. And you don't have to do that. You could sell the jewels, and the jewels, if you want to sell it, 33 cents per jewel, and I just claim 64 of them, and I get that every single night. And do you want to get more jewels? Okay, well, how do you get more jewels? You get more properties. How do you get more properties? So it's a really cool machine building game, and my like weird wired brain just loves it. And again, eventually that this essence is going to be a crypto, and it's going to be something that renews. So it's not going to be something that's a finite thing. The finite thing we have already in tier 1 tiles and classes 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the finite thing, and the essence is going to be a big part of the game, and it's something that renews. So because it's meant to be spent, so as it gets renewed, it'll get spent. But it will be tied to the game. It'll be tied to the game in the sense that, okay, well, what gives it value? Gives value is because you can do things in it with the game. So I'm really curious to see where that turns out, and how much it'll be going for in the future. I've never sold essence. I've never used it. It says they shout on Superman, Wonder Woman, and Star Wars in all the recent films. Yeah, bad times. Like, there's been a lot of good times, but some stuff. Now, this is a lot better than what we got in like the 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, I agree. They compared to what's out now, it's like, all right, come on, guys, give us a little something. Rose Mom says, if the statue looked more realistic, I'd be all over it. I feel you. Joe says, your friend Lucy makes your eyes glisten. Maybe it's the lighting here. I don't know. Gunther Heisenberg's laughing. How many? So 12:17, and this is. Okay, so I'm way behind on comments already. We'll see how we go here. Sir Lab says, good point. What I meant is I was grown and so busy with life, I missed it. Yeah, I know. It's if you don't have that connection with it, it's just go and play the games. Watch the show. It's so hard to do when you're older, though. It's like somebody saying, like, a kid going with you, and they're like, honestly, though, I don't know if let's say I'm over like a buddy's house, and his kid wants me to watch like something with them, and let's say, what are we watching? Like, get my bowl of cereal and watch some cartoons, and maybe it sucks, but maybe something's really good. If that, watch what kids are doing. Who knows what could blow up in the future? Watch what they're doing. Like, I'm on Snapchat. I was on Snapchat before I really got. I was still in my 20s. I'm on TikTok and Discord because of my friend's kid. Because like they were on TikTok and Discord. It's like, okay, well, I felt old where they're like, ew, who has Facebook anymore? It's like, I have Facebook. Like, everyone has Facebook, and like, we don't. Like, none of my friends do. It's like, really? Oh, that's fascinating. It's like, yeah, we're on like Instagram. Okay, well, I have that. Snapchat. Okay, well, I have that too. TikTok. It's like, Discord. Ugh, I don't know. Like, TikTok I at least knew of, and Discord was like, okay. So part of the reason why I'm on all those places in general is because of kids. It's because so yeah. Pay attention to what kids are doing. They'll lead the way. So Pacific says, I get what you mean. So I was 4 years old when Pokemon came out. Yeah, we're all living the dream. Just says, you definitely attract the stomachs to your streams. We vibing. Yeah, we just chilling. That honestly, this is what you do at the end of the day. Just straight vibe. That's what you want. That's what you want to chill with friends. Amar Ali says, I told you don't sell him for OMI. You didn't listen. Well, I had a bunch of hymns. Two of them I sold for OMI. They were 1 million each. And then the other one I sold for gems. But again, long term, I know it was the right choice. Short term, I don't know. Could OMI get crushed and go down to like 0.004? Maybe. I'll have an easier time buying more when it gets down there. Like a bunch of us know. Like let's say when you're on like deployment, let's say wherever you are. Let's say you're in a picture yourself in the military, yeah, on a TDY, you're on temporary duty tour, or your deployment, and you're like, hey, you know what? I got lucky. I'm with this crew of people. They're really, really good. I know I only have a few months with them. Just, I wish I like. I know it sounds so crazy, where it says like, I wish I was back from the second I got back into the States. Things are just so much simpler. That so much simpler in the desert. Um, and anyway, so what I was saying is that I forgot the question, but there was a point to that. Um, yeah, so the OMI, us older investors, us people that have been around for a little while, we know that these prices they are not going to last, and we're having a field day. Like we are having a party, getting as much as we can now. Taking our little shekels, the end of every paycheck, the end of whatever I have to do, whatever other people do, and we go and we try and buy more. And we do that because at least I know where this is going at the end of the day, and at some point, I guarantee you, even a year from now, like I should have like so I should have been living in my car, and I should have just uh, did it for all that. 'Cause we know where it's going. We don't again short term. I don't know. It could go to 4.0. Could it go lower? Sure, but you think that's going to happen when we're on exchanges? Um, not wrong. We'll see. Um, Bloodslinger says, "I want some Warhammer 40K NFTs." So those would be yeah. We'll see. Um, Caden Reeves says, "Can you talk about Essence becoming crypto and when you think it'll happen, if it ever does? Along with what does the +2 Essence of tiles have a max Essence output?" I don't know the max Essence output for that. I do know that if you're afraid about spending Essence, as long as it's for other tiles, as long as you have a bunch of property and you could craft those jewels, you have to spend Essence to craft the jewels, and you can make them get +2 Essence. Like you'll make the Essence back in like a week, maybe, give or take how much you have and how much you're putting out there. But you make it back really, really quickly. I haven't done it yet. I still haven't mastered all the types of crafting. People were selling those like Jamaican jewels and different types of jewels for like hundreds of dollars. Like my God, people were like people use more Essence than I had. Like they use that just to craft like the big whales in this game. It's insane. Um, I don't know the exact output though, or if they do have a max output. Kuba says Dragon Ball Z had that also. Yeah, that. Oh, well, each episode was they at least had an overarching story, but each episode was different. Each episode of Dragon Ball Z, which again I freaking love. Like so, yeah, I don't put things on my body because whatever. No, like it's for a reason. But Dragon Ball Z also had that. Um, it didn't have that formula. Um, did it teach me like yeah, hey, Android 16? What was that famous quote? Let it go. Oh God, let me find that and read it to you because it's like one of the most beautiful things like ever written, whether it's in like anime or right. It's got to be around here. Android 16 speech. Okay, but oh God, where is it? I can't find it. Okay, here it is. Angelfire.com/DBZ has it. Uh, mm-hmm. Trigger. No, let it go. Okay. It is not a sin to fight for the right cause. There are those who words alone will not reach. Cell is such a being. I know how you feel, Gohan. You are gentle. You do not like to hurt. I know because I too have learned these feelings, but it is because you cherish life that you must protect it. Please, drop your restraints. Protect the life I loved. You have the strength. My scanner sensed it. Just let it go. And like just I don't know. There's no the way they did that to teach kids like, hey, not even for yourself, like just fight for others. Like that's beautiful. so so yeah. That's what more I got. They didn't again that the formulaic thing. I don't really think happened with DBZ, but they definitely got you in the feels many different times. Shed quite a few tears watching those shows. Anime in general is really insane. And Potsy Weber says, never held a Pokemon card in my life, and I don't know anyone except for Andy that has. 48 years old, you say. I think we'll change that. We'll get you like, how do you get, women to not be afraid of guns? You have them hold a gun, you have them fire a gun. Oh, hey, I like guns. How do you get 48 years old that never held Pokemon cards to not say that? You give them a Pokemon card to hold. So we'll get that for you. Supposed Civic says, I remember when my first two Pokemon cards were almost 20 years later, Bellsprout and Paris. Whatever the rare was in that package, it was like a trainer or something that I didn't care. It was maybe like a lass. I remember getting Charmeleon. I remember getting Rattata. I remember reading that thing. It's like, oh, it's very quick. It's like, oh, Rattata. And then I remember like Charmeleon, like, oh my god, no slash. Like this is, I didn't know anything, but it was so cool. Like that, my whole, again, because at the time where there's no social media, there's no real internet presence, and the only times you can really get, again, the Pokemon game hadn't come out yet. Maybe the Pokemon anime, but this is the first time where we're getting information on these cards, like information on these characters. Hey, what level it's at, what it does, War Turtle, what it does for prey, and it's like people that were into Star Wars for so many years, like, oh, there's a new thing of Star Wars coming out, like, because for years there was like nothing, there was nothing new for Star Wars people, and like every now and then, like a new book or something would come out, and everyone would dissect, like, oh my god, where does this land? And now it's yeah. So we had that with Pokemon. We didn't know too much about it, like because again the internet restricting that we didn't have much. So yeah, it was really weird. All those kids discovering it at once. The playground secrets. Again, there's no internet. There's no YouTube to say like, oh, what are the secrets here? It's just how on earth we ever found out how to get. All right, so the rare candy trick was if you go and you had rare candy on the 6th spot in your items list. So make sure it's on spot number 6. You have one of them, and you go to the old man that teaches you how to catch a Pokeball. You watch him how to catch the Pokeball, or how to catch a Pokemon with a Pokeball. You fly. You use your Pokemon. You X out of that. You fly over to Cinnabar Island, and Cinnabar Island. You surf on that ledge, and you surf up and down and up and down and up and down. And what happens? You run into like Tentacool, Cruel. You run into like Golduck, but then what happens? You run into missing number. Like, and it's like a glitch in the game, and you have to battle it. Don't catch it, but you can battle it. You can run away, whatever. And then you look in your items inventory, and it shows that you have 99 rare candies. How did this happen? It's a glitch. How on earth did any of us figure that out? I don't know who like one autistic kid that we all just owe our lives to that figured that out, that we could do that is just absolutely bananas insane. I don't know how the Mew glitch as well, where you had to figure out how the Mew glitch, you needed to have such specific set of things. You need to have an Abra that you catch, and you need to go, and it needs to know teleport. So you need to go and you have to defeat the Nugget 5 bridge. And once you have the Abra, and defeat the Nugget 5 bridge, whatever, you go into Misty's gym in Cerulean City Gym, and that first lady there, she has a whatever she has like a Bulbasaur or a, oh no, I'm sorry, forget that, like what's that? As soon as you have that Abra, you go in. I can show you real quick what it is. I know most people here probably just don't even care, but this is, at some point I gotta all right, so speed. I'll get a 4. Pokemon. I'm gonna take my Moltres, and we're gonna fly over to Cerulean City. So I'll show you exactly where we're at. So I'm gonna get to where we have to go. and you go up past the Nugget Bridge, so past these yahoos over here, and over here on your left, what you have to do is you have to go down. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to go down, and you'll see there's somebody right there. You have to make sure that that person right there is you had never battled them before, and you have to hit your Game Boy in such a way that you press start as soon as that person's exclamation point happens. You use your abra, you teleport away from there, and you teleport to the gym in or you teleport to the Pokemon Center in Cerulean City, and you can't open up your start menu after that happens. Okay, what do you have to do? Well, you go on to Misty's gym, and in Misty's gym, a battle starts. You know, that first person you see there, and then you fight her, and then okay, now you can open up the start menu again. Well, you go up towards the Nugget 5 bridge again, and then what happens? Mew comes out. That's how you get Mew. And how on earth did we figure this out when we were like 8 and 10 years old? I have zero idea, but we did, and I don't know where we're going with this, but oh yeah, so specific. Yeah, remember his first 2 Pokemon cards were. Senior Lee Jab says, "Thanks for your passionate answer. No problem. This is fun talking about Pokemon. Like, was this 12 in the morning? 12:30." All Chat Game says, "I think Kyle Willson said he would expect to see Yu-Gi-Oh before Pokemon, just to check servers and utility. Love Yu-Gi-Oh." That'd be really interesting. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we very well could. That's a lot. You know, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon. That was one of my favorites back in the day. I like Joey Wheeler. He was cool. He liked gigantic donuts and stuff. His sisters, yeah, I like. It's just good. It's just a good show. It was good fun. Like, it didn't take off as much as Pokemon, just because it was a little slightly more complicated, I think, with the cards and like the monsters. There weren't any. I get it, the heart of the cards, but Pokemon just had it. They were your buddies. These are essentially, they're just cards. But that's a good point. Messiah says, "It's awkward yesterday with Cavell voicing his opinions. How much did you agree with his opinion?" So, I got to answer that before, but I'll, the super chat, but I'll answer it again for those of you that are new here or that have just arrived. I definitely understood where Cavell's coming from. I think all their questions were answered though. So, what value do they bring? And well, and again, they had said, if we're talking about any new people that don't know what they're doing, they don't want to watch 100 videos per week from just like 3 people. Yeah, it does have value for new people. For older people that have been here for a while, no, probably doesn't mean anything to them. And I think that's a good answer. Quick question: ain't DC Wonder Woman minted by DC themselves, the first appearance? I don't know. Whatever it is, this one has the first appearance somehow. So I would. I mean, I guess if you mean that like almost like a thumbnail drive, like a floppy disk. If you're referring to that one, I don't. That's a completely different type of collectible, I think. Five says Cavell loves his community. He's just passionate. All Jack Games says, I don't think there's been another Wonder Woman, but I suppose they're both first appearance, I guess. Giovanni says, you think it's worth to buy some of the cheaper PSA and BGS 10 Charizards right now? Well, it depends on which ones. Like the Unlimiteds, probably not. The Unlimiteds, they're called Unlimited for a reason. There's a lot of them. Shadowless, probably really, really undervalued. Shadowless, they're just rarer. They're just a lot rarer than the first editions. And the same artwork, they just don't have that first edition stamp. So, yeah, Shadowless is really good. First edition, a lot of the Pokemon market's down right now. I don't know why Jungle Boxes continue to slide. I don't know why Neo Genesis boxes continue to slide. They are, but at the same time, we're having these massive price increases that we've never seen. $50,000 for a Gold Star Torchic, for this little chicken nugget. Like this little chicken nugget. That's how do I say lunacy? There's not that, very hard to grade. People love it. So yeah. I would say Blade. I'd say if I had more, I would just collect what I'd like. I'd say Blaine's Charizards. I'd get those because there are a lot less of those than there are the Dark Charizards. The Blaine's Charizard is definitely something that I would, because again, there's just a lot less of them. It's cooler in my opinion. You have 100 attack there. it's very well, and it's slightly more playable, in my opinion, and it looks better, it looks cooler, and it's planes. Oh my God, Giovanni Day, happy birthday to you. Amara Atia says happy birthday. Also, my birthday is on a Wednesday, I think. Yeah, so it's the 15th of December. I want to spend it with you guys. I just want to chill. I just want to like maybe have a drink and just talk about stuff. Like beyond. We see you again. This is really soon, so probably not. Birthday. First appearance Wonder Woman is available on the DC NFT marketplace. I'm really curious to see what that looks like, though. Someone could DM it to me on like Twitter and let me know. That'd be really cool. David Davey says these snozberries taste like schnozberries. Versus, thank you so much. Giovanni, this is 29, eating Oreos, watching Randy live, checking out PSA 2 stars. This is a good life, right? This is like, if aliens could be like, what are you doing? Like, if our parents could see us right now, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm talking to my friends, you know? I think Will Smith said it best. It was like, take it from me, kids. Parents just don't understand. So true. So true. I love Will Smith. He's great. He's been a national treasure for a long time. Love that man. David Rosemont says, in my 30s, Mr. Pags was great last night. Yeah, he is great. Love him. Well, David Rosen's mom. So you're in your 30s, and your son's probably, David Rosen, let's say he's like 16, 19, whatever. Some people outside, they're having a party. So you were young when you got knocked up, David Rosen's mom. Giovanni Day says, yeah, I'm going to love-hate with Pags. He's annoying, but he's funny at times. I don't mind him though, overall. Great insight, I think. David Davey says, how dope would it be if they released a playable OG Game Boy as an NFT and also game cartridges split into? That'd be really fun. Play your stuff in the Viviverse. So be advised, like, when we had this, some people just do it because it's cool. When we had Pokemon Stadium, you could put in your Pokemon Yellow or Blue or Red cartridges in there, and you can play actually your Game Boy on the big screen on your TV. So instead of being like this, you're like this. And it was cool. You could play it on. It was like, oh, hey, it's really big, but essentially it's the same thing, but we still played it. I think that would be really cool if they did that, and we'll all have tournaments. Hey guys, like, oh, okay, you got do you have a Ponyta? I'll trade you my Growlithe for your Ponyta because I want a Rapidash, something like that. I think that'd be really, really wicked if we could do that. That'd be like trading on a. And I'm hoping that some things are only still tradable in that game. Like, I hope that they're like, oh, I got a Growlithe on this one. I got a. And it goes for X amount on the market. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope some things just stay like trading. Like some of the bigger trades, not the biggest, but some of the $1,000 trades, multi-$1,000 trades, the deals that happened were literally just trading. Most recently, my friend Joe R Vintage Pokemon. Love that man. We've been friends since we were kids. And even before that, we had some. There's another I had to deal with. I did a video. If you scroll way back in my last year Pokemon sales data, I did that. I love things we just trade because that's how it feels. Like everyone's like, oh hey, this is 1,400, this is 1,600. Give me an extra 200 for that. Like it's like, can we just trade? We're talking about prices. Like, yeah, let's just trade. And yeah, that is something that I really enjoy. That I really like. So I hope that does stay separate though. In order to participate in the Pokemon, one must fill their PP. yeah. You got to do that. So Pacific says 30, eating soft baked cookies with sugar, sprinkles and icing, watching Randy live, and drinking Mountain Dew. It's like we're kids again. It's like we're kids again. Divine Day says, miss the fridge, bro. Bro, the soft bakes are my favorite. I don't know. Yeah, dude, like the Chewy Chips Ahoy, those are my favorite. Am I posting a thing to Snapchat right now where you guys are talking about like, I miss the fridge, bro? Not gonna lie. Only chat that cares about the fridge. Okay, why y'all care about my fridge? Why they care about my fridge? I know why. but the people on Snapchat do not know why, and they're gonna think y'all are crazy. Um, should have just set up an auction for the fridge, and they put it. Oh god, I'm reading the comments through Snapchat. This is insane. It's meta AF. Um, what's your opinion on Earth 2 IO? I love it. That's the only thing that I haven't sold. That's the only thing that I won't. There's no reason to now. The amount of time it would take. Actually, it wouldn't like to sell things if I wanted to sell them right away. You know, because let's say we only have another month before on exchanges. It's just not worth it. It's just probably worth it just to keep it in there because again, who knows where Earth 2 goes? That Earth 2 crypto has not really even been released yet. So when that is available, like for public availability, it's gonna be nuts. Justin says only the chat cares about the fridge. London Lad says you should set up an auction for the fridge and put the money into OMI. It's guys, it functions, I guess. Like it's not a. If y'all want, I mean, it did get me through some hard times in the summer. Just leave it open. Cool, because again, no AC. So I don't know why I did that. Like I know why, but that was nuts. When is Earth 2 going to be working again? Well, it was working earlier today. So check it, reset it, go to Earth2.io again, and link down below. It should be there. Con says 10% is too much. Cost of doing business, unfortunately. Giovanni says, I mean, 10% or no money withdrawal. I'll take yeah. So Giovanni's taking 10% all day. All chat game says it'll be lower for MC, Master Collectors. It's good to be king. Crypto Boy says, Randy, sorry to ask, but can you clarify this? Foster mentioned that he wanted to increase the OMI community by partnering with Andre. With the very first statement Andre mentioned, he collaborated. Andre mentioned he wanted to make Foster leave his job and make him rich. I don't know if he said make him rich, but I do remember saying that. So sorry, how can we trust Foster with his speech? Well, yeah, I get it. It's like, I get it when, Foster comes on and says like, hey, like, I'm not going to lie, we haven't even talked about compensation yet. And the first thing Andre says like, hey, remember when I told you I wanted you to retire? Like, I get it, throwing him under the bus. That being said, I don't know if, again, if I'm if I'm just throwing Hail Marys, and again, like I'm loose, I'm like, if I'm just throwing Hail Marys at someone, and I'm messaging Andre Jick, I'm messaging all the guys from Millennium Money, and I'm messaging the guys from Dumb Money, maybe messaging Logan Paul, whoever else, maybe messaging guys of Motley Fool, and somebody comes along and they bite. Oh God, what do I do now? It's like Joker, where it's like, I'm like a dog chasing a car. I don't know what I do if I have to catch one. So it's like, okay, well, what do I do? On the territory, try to go and say, hey, this is my idea for a project, and if they go along with it, it's like, okay, well, and this one big person says like, hey, let's make you rich, buddy. Like, if I reach out to the guy Motley Fool and his one, like, is he taking me on as like a pet? Is he taking me on as like his first Pokemon? Let's make you rich, buddy. I think that might be just a thing that they would say. Like, if I'm thinking like the first thing they're saying, let's make you rich. Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. I'm going to see where that goes. Fully not expecting anything, because again, yeah, you can say that. Do we have anything in writing? Do we have a contract? Do we have a DocuSign? Is this stuff good? Which I don't think they have. I think that was just a quick conversation. Now, again, I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong here, where maybe Foster's mastermind genius behind all this, and maybe the conspiracy theories are true. Ben Gadenzi is slowly like gearing Foster and slipping him info on how to manipulate these big YouTubers. It's like, hey, promise them that they can make hundreds of thousands or millions of whatever, and like, guys, like, any person that could get that big on YouTube is smart enough to not fall for that. They're not going to risk their whole reputation and everything. Again, if they wanted to, they could just create like Ben Gadenzi did, like do something, like attach themselves to like an existing crypto, pump that crypto and get out, and then just never see them again. That's not what they're doing here. The amount of money that they're making is like a couple $1,000s a month now, $5,000 a month. You know, I think 50 something people are on that Patreon. Now, granted, before his Patreon was at, you know, gave him like $14,000 a month for Andre Jick. For right now, like the new Patreon tiers that he's made with $100 a month. Okay, so it's an extra 5K a month. Like, to Andre Jick, that means nothing. To Foster, I get it. But again, Andre Jick came on and says, like, hey, Foster, I want you to retire. I don't know. I think overall, Foster, like, let's just say, for example, that he had, you know, his goal is just to become rich. And, like, that's it. Okay, well, he becomes rich. Okay. Or let's say he becomes, you know, he gets to work from home. You know, he gets to leave his job. But look at his content. His content is really freaking good. And I would much rather him spend his time making content for newcomers and making content for whoever else, as opposed to be at his job. Now, am I going on to that Patreon to get the value? No. Like, again, it doesn't matter what any other YouTuber has to say. That doesn't change my investment. Like, I made it here without anyone else on YouTube. I made it here where I am today, which is, I think, more than most YouTubers. I think more than all of the OMI YouTubers. And again, I'm not trying to throw shade, but well, I have one of the biggest bags. I think I have the biggest bag. And if I don't, it's because some people that they got it ahead of me. So it doesn't matter what YouTubers say, other YouTubers say. For me, it's not going to impact what I'm doing. But if Foster wants to make something for new people, I think that's a really good idea, because maybe they don't resonate with me in like my grandma kitchen basement, you know, or wherever, and they say like, listen, like you said before, you don't have a air conditioner. Why am I taking advice from you? You look like, you know, discount Mexican Uncle Jesse from Full House. Like, okay, yeah, well, John Stamos is still probably good. But no, I think Foster doing this is still going to be a net positive. I could be proven wrong, but I think him doing this is probably a net positive. Again, if you don't like him, you don't have to. If he gives you any weird feelings, then just don't watch him. I don't think it really matter one way or the other. Giovanni Day says, because Andre and Foster believe that Foster provides valuable insight for anyone learning about or getting into a OMI, their goal is to get Foster solely putting his efforts into helping grow community. Honestly, I should have just read that. That was a perfect response to what I said. Yo, Cavell Anderson, what's going on, fam? How's it going? Let's say that was about 30 minutes behind. I don't know if he's still here. Natalie Awesome says, I was shocked that Andre Jick was on your podcast. I was shocked. What's up, Cavell? How's it going, fam? We were just talking about you before. All good things. All good things. Lisa H says, hi, Randy. What's going on? Bill Scott says, E2 just updated. No class 1, 2, 3 anymore. Now it's tier 1, tier 2 tiles. Price reset back to 10 cents, too. The Dozilla. So they did do a bunch of different things, but hang on a second. It depends on which one you're... you can go and you can filter by tiers, and you can filter by... hang on. I detected a couple more essence. It shows you at the bottom which way you want to... There's a couple different ways to filter, and you can see from right there. Oh, no. Slash says Dozilla, and Bill Scott, I'll get more into that when I have Arya Realty and King Tech Ops on tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Grandma Small says, the past couple of days of E2 have been hectic. Did you get any get in on USA tier 2? I didn't. I just because there's so... somebody was messaging me this morning, and I was trying to get into it, and I couldn't. Like, it was available for some and not for others. And I was like, okay, I'm going to drive with the girlfriends, and I'm just... Hopefully it works when I get there. It finally worked when I got there. And New York City was already like 70 cents, so there I was like, oh my god. This is okay. It's whatever. I'm fine for now. Giovanni Day says, Randy, you should take a picture of your fridge and blow it up so you can have your fridge behind you, even at your girlfriend's. If she's okay with it, of course. I'll ask. Bill Scott says Discord is where it's at. Yeah, I like Discord too. Not really. It's very confusing, and people want me to talk all the time. It's like, guys, I talk all day. Um, Grandma's boss says, our class is gone? I wonder why they would do that. It's almost like changing their system. Seems too early to get rid of class tiles. Maybe for USA? Not sure. David Rose's mom says, bring in Pags. I'm sure he'll be waking up soon. If you're not early, you're late. Yeah. I don't know when he wakes up. Maybe 6 in the morning? Well, it's a weekend, so maybe later. Yvonne says, what an iconic scene in DBZ, alright? That guy says, I've seen Andre Jick have the Dogecoin millionaire on his channel. Can't wait to see you one day on there as an OMI billionaire. Maybe one day. I'd say 100 millionaire is probably more realistic, you know. Yvonne says, dude, the rare candy trick and the missing no. Dude, word mouth is the strongest for ad. That's why Veve is winning, and we win. I will win. Rare candy. Yvonne says, damn, you're taking me down memory lane right now. Yeah, she had a bolt. She didn't have a bolt, sorry. In Misty's gym, she had a horsey and like a shelter, I think. Earth to Invest is Randy. Just caught a lickitung in Shining Diamond. I threw a great ball, and it said, hey, you missed a spot. Then it tongued my entire face. Oh, that's adorable. That is so cute. Mr. Collector says, hope everyone got lucky today. I did. Giovanni says, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! DBZ. That was my life. Yeah, it was when we were younger. It's all we had. And I'm also kind of glad that we didn't have this when we were younger, because then that did force me to venture out. That forced me to, okay, guess I'll play kickball. All right, guess we're playing, wiffle ball. Guess we're, going out, and that's how we learned on how to interact with other people. I do feel bad for kids nowadays that I don't know how interacting is. I see like my friend's kid and her friends, and they're still fine and cool with it, because they still kind of grew up mostly before the pandemic, but I guess the last couple of years, yeah, it's crazy. Isa says, I picked up 13 OG Devil Bunny commons. I want 30. Get it? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Almedi Nijaz says, little late. What is this Foster and Andre issue? Can you go through real quick? I think I've gone through a bunch of times, but basically he wanted to go through a Patreon thing. And so yeah, he's making a Patreon with Andre Jick, and Andre Jick will mention that Patreon that involves a Comey in most of his videos. So I think it's really good to get new people involved. I'm very happy. Randy is a walking pop culture machine. Thank you. Alex says, love the wallpaper. Thanks. It's not even my girlfriend. It's the apartment she moved into. Only Player One says, let's go! So Pacific says, is the one of those scratch and sniff wallpapers? Stroke the furry walls. Stroke the furry walls, Jeffrey. Okay, so now we're getting closer to where I am. So now it's at 12:37, 12:52 here. George B says, props Ryan for having a live stream this late. Keep it up. Oh yeah, people are here. I'll be here for a while. Isa says facts. Only Player One says, well, chewy chocolate chip cookies, lactose free. Dude, chewy chocolate chip. Put like 15 of those on like a plate. Put in the microwave for like 20-ish seconds. Oh god, it comes out just, beautiful, beautiful. That's like, yeah, that's what I did. You could do that with Entenmann's. You could do that with maybe Mrs. Fields, but just, yeah, chewy chips ahoy. Oh, it's good times. My sister asked where your fridge went, so I told her it broke down. Well, this isn't my normal kitchen. I actually don't know the wallpaper in my kitchen. I think I'm there all the time. I don't know where it is. Yeah. So Civic says he sold the fridge for OMI, actually. If I could, I would. Giovanni says, I think when OMI hits 4 cents, I'm gonna buy one or PSA 10 Blaine Zard. Yeah, he's only what, like $5,000, $6,000, give or take. Double C says, love the wallpaper. Thank you. Gunther Eisenberg says, Foster is either too smart for his own good or he's a snake. Well, I think he had Reese on his stream recently. He had Andre Jick that mentioned, like, he's really good at really marketing, connecting people. He's really good at that. RMS Mom says, what are your thoughts on Nathaniel leaving the project too? Kind of sus that Wolfgang and Nathaniel now gone. Who's next? I don't know. I made this comparison before that it is weird that a lot of big things are happening and rolling out as people are leaving. I don't know why. I for the most part, I think it's because of the drone video game acquirement, and I think that's pretty much it. That's my go-to explanation nowadays. But If they have if they're acquiring a whole team, they don't need other certain people. Like, okay, well, maybe they did their part, and now time comes to the team, for this. So I don't know. We'll see. Inferno says, I hope a lot of OMI YouTubers get financially in a position to quit day jobs and focus on making more videos. I hope so too. I think that's a good thing. There's a DBZ announcement coming tomorrow. You heard it here first. Says I wish. SR Lee Jab says, I have 12 million OMI, bought 2 million more today, and want 25 million. My question is, we know you have 115 million. What's your desired dollar return once cashed out? Well, I want to continue living a very, I don't want to say meager, not a crazy lifestyle. Will you see me in a 3-bedroom apartment at some point? Probably. That's not really by my choice, but I have a girlfriend and she has 3 cats and a dog and a rat, and we get more space, probably more. But that's the only reason. Like, if it were up to me, I'd be in a 1-bedroom for the rest of my life. just me alone. But again, you have a girlfriend, you do what you need to do. But that being said, it'll be super low key. It'll be super chill. Like, I'm not doing all this for the the mansions, the Maseratis, and all that. I want to continue living so that I can only sell. Again, after next year I'll probably sell about 5 million OMI, or enough to pay taxes, however much that is. And then each year after that, I'm hoping to only sell 1 million, because if we're at, let's say, minimum 10 cents, for all these years, which is probably gonna be a lot higher, but let's say that's still $100,000 a year. I'm pretty sure this year I've lived on much less than that. I've lived on less than 30,000, maybe. Like, the actual expenses are probably going to be close to 30,000, or less. So yeah, probably even less, because I don't do much. So if I can just sell 1 million OMI for the next X amount of years, I still want to have 100 million OMI by the time 2030 rolls around. And I want to be able to. The only reason why I wouldn't have that much is because maybe I'm buying a lot of Pokémon collectibles, or I'm buying land in the Veveverse. But either way, I still want to have as much as possible. The only times where I would take away from that, it's not about dollar amount. It's really just to, hey, I can help with this conservation effort or act. And if an extra couple million at that point goes a long way, all right, gotta liquidate what I gotta liquidate. If let's say, like, we can describe exactly how much money it would take to save, a certain part of the rainforest. So, like, okay, go. Now, ideally, if we're at like 2 cents at that point, I'd rather wait until I have a lot more, because if I blow my entire load on the 2 cents, and that's okay, one thing. Then now I have to start over. So I ideally would like to wait, but again, if we're at like 30 cents, so let's say it's like 30-ish million, say like, hey, listen, this project, we need this really quick. I'll be like, okay, there's an extra like 2 million. Okay, all right, well, out of that 30 million, I have to sell whatever I need to sell, for this, to save a certain species, or to even just give them a chance. You don't find it, because again, lead a horse to water. You can't make them, like every panda that won't, like, get it in to save their species. Like, some animals, maybe they just won't make it. Like, I recognize that all I'm doing with conservation of these guys, maybe it doesn't work. Like, I recognize that. Remember when Kevin Spacey was in the House of Cards, and he's like, you're saying, like, things that are impossible. Like, this is not going to happen for this, this, and this. He's like, well, I want you to fucking try. Excuse my language, I'm so sorry. But even if this doesn't work, even I don't want it to be said that I did nothing. I don't want it to be said like, oh, hey, what did he do with, like, well, at least I tried. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think it can. I really, so the goal wouldn't be to catch up with a certain amount of dollar value. It's to just help save as many animals as possible, and that would be the ultimate goal. I forget where I was here. So yeah, SR Lead Jib. SR lead JB. So the dollar doesn't really matter. It's just however much I can donate. What I need to cash out. Again, I'll live on just cashing out just $1 million at a time, and hopefully by the time we're at $1, let's say by 2025, or beforehand, would I cash out at that time? Well, I would maybe trade it and maybe put it into like Bitcoin or Ethereum, Solana, Binance. Again, there could be another project, or I could keep it in OMI. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But at some point, at that point, when you have that much money, okay, you should probably diversify a little bit. Just a little bit. You have so much. You have so much. You probably should at that point. Just until you're ready to go. At that point, again, when you have tens of millions of dollars, you don't risk tens of millions of dollars all of you have on one project. Like, okay, maybe I'll throw $1 million here. Maybe I'll throw 500,000. Because again, not everything's guaranteed to work. So, yeah. Veve Vegas says you're live again. You're the man. Thanks, Veve Vegas. Cartmill says, yo, Randy, when you make your many millions, where will you move to? I want to buy you a drink and a sandwich. Sandwiches are good. They are like my kryptonite. Well, I mean, Portugal is because of the less taxing of the crypto. But again, as long as I go in and as soon as I sell it and I donate it to a trust or whatever, it'll probably be fine. But I think Portugal, Azores is very, very nice. I have a buddy of mine that served there for a while. Beautiful, beautiful country. I want to be like that guy, that old guy, retire and move down to Florida. But it'd be nice. Parts of New York are good too. I wouldn't want to live here. Like it's just too cold. Yeah, summers are great. Summers are great here for partying. It's just, I don't know. I'd probably have a couple places. Again, nothing crazy, nothing stupid like, oh, mansion over here, mansion over there. Just like, hey, I'm gonna have this 1-bedroom apartment, and in case I ever need a place to crash, okay, here's one on Long Island, and here's one here. And me and the girlfriend might want to do that, part-time down there, part-time up here. And then, yeah. So yeah, it depends where your life is. So, right now it'd be probably Florida. But I'll go where the party is. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll keep you all posted. Florida's the goal for next year. And we'll let you know. The Las Vegas says, have a fabulous day, Dashi. Almedi Najaz says, is Cavell jealous with Foster's retirement plan? So the same way that Batman came on and said, Batman says, like, I can't turn on the machine again. Like, Cavell has another channel where he has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. If he wanted to, he could take that channel and just turn on the machine. Like, this is what he does. Like, I'm pretty sure Cavell, this is what he does. This is like, he is retired. Like, he's YouTube. He works. He's making YouTube, but I'm pretty sure if he didn't do YouTube for a month or a couple months, whatever, he'd probably be okay. He'd probably be like, the bills, I assume, the lights will still stay on. Let's just assume that Cavell's an adult and he's got some savings, because most likely he does. I think that so is a retirement. Yeah, I don't know if he's like jealous. Is he? No, I get it. Foster's very smart, and maybe too smart for the job that he's in. Not saying that the job doesn't have value, but like, do you think me like driving a forklift, like, was that the best use of my abilities for 4 years in the Air Force, like driving these big giant vehicles? Cargo, passengers, whatever, special. Oh my God, how they let you handle these bombs, how they let you handle bombs where it's so ratchet sometimes in the military. It's so insane how oh my God, how we didn't all die on a daily basis. I have zero idea how the fudge we did all that. Yeah, a lot, yeah. But so going back to, is Cavell jealous? I don't know. Maybe. Would I blame him for being jealous? Like, Remember in Batman where uh, Liam Neeson is talking to Christian Bale and he's saying that like, "Hey, do you feel guilty about your parents?" And he's like, "My anger outweighs my guilt." Any jealousy that I have towards like Foster, which I am because he's naturally gifted at certain things, that's overshadowed by the joy I have for him. Like my joy for Foster and everyone in this community overshadows any sense of jealousy. My joy for like Adamley and anyone else that has more subscribers than I do, anyone else that has is starting off right now, and I know they're gonna pass me like very very soon. Um, I'm what am I gonna feel like? Oh no, I'm joking. Is it like, oh, I don't think you're as good as really people say you are. No, no, you gotta. Um, Different people. There's more than enough space to go around on this internet. Like, there's going to be millions. I mean, millions of people looking into this, and I hope I can survive. I hope I can be one of them that can, keep on going. Because again, there's a lot of talent out there, and maybe some people, and like myself, I recognize that there's a chance that when you have these dynamic personalities, all of them out there, like how do you stand out? Um, yeah, I feel like Iron Man, where he's just like around all these gods and super soldiers. I'm just a man in a tin can. Like I literally am a man of one bedroom part. Like um, I'm just a chubby cat. um, I think my one of my only advantages is that I can stream and I can make videos and I can have my finger on the pulse almost at all times. For most other people, they have these day jobs, and as a channel, like for my channel for the Chavez brand, yeah, part of me is worried that as all of these people they make a ton of money with OMI and they don't have to work anymore, and suddenly I'm not the only person that can sit at home all day and make videos and make live streams. There's going to be a lot of other people that have that time that just have more talent at editing. I don't edit my videos. We're here. We're just talking. Like we're just keeping it real. I really do hope that that stays. I hope that money doesn't change the most of the people that we're here with now. I think for most of us that are a little bit older and do remember like that are here right now eating Oreos or that eating soft cookies. That's our pleasures in life. Like I will always love chewy chips ahoy. Like get party, give me that. You got some spray cheese? Maybe not at the same time as the cookies, um, but I do worry about some of these younger people that they never had money before, and suddenly you put hundreds of thousands of dollars in their pockets. What are they going to do? I've expressed those concerns for a while, but again, but part of me that is worried about like the Chavez brand, it's such a small part because it's overshadowed by the part like the other side of me that knows like that's good for the community. And if all of these people, let's say a dozen or two other people rise up and they rise to the occasion and they're putting out good quality content and they're helping people make money, and if they can help 10 million people make money, and I would have only been able to help X amount of people, and they can do it more than I would rather have 1%. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's, um, you know, effort than 100% of my own. I would much rather that happen. I would much rather people come in, and then Randy Chavez kind of, yeah, I'll still be here. We'll still be, chilling. But I would 100% be heck. Maybe I join. Maybe I'd be like, oh, you know what? It's and I do that when Tax Trades comes online. It's like, hey, I got a new video. When I do other stuff. But yeah, I'm like if you guys find somebody and you're just like, hey, this person that, let's say, person Flower, Mr. Flowers, Mr. Rita Flower over there, or Mrs. whatever. This one woman comes along and she's nice to look at, she's pretty, and she's got really good insight on where collectibles are going, and she performs it in like such like this amazing way, and everyone falls in love. And I'm not like, if we're going live at the same time, I don't mind. Like I'm going live for the people that like are just like me because they like me. But if if my audience dwindles, if it goes from where it is, if it peaks at the ripe old thing of 5,600 subscribers, give or take, and then that's it, then that's fine, as long as other people are getting taken care of. Um, and at some point, I know people want me to, and I will. I'll take you guys with me everywhere. Where are we going? Where are we going today, fam? Maybe I'll get like a GoPro when I go and like buy all these places like in real life, like uh, in like South Africa and all that. Um, That's a really long, weird thing talking about jealousy, but yeah, it's basically saying no. Any jealousy I do have is overshadowed by the joy I have for people that are succeeding and they're helping others. Giovanni Day says, when do you plan on scooping up some Pokemon cards again, if at all? I will. It was going to be next year. It depends. It depends on how close we are to. Yeah, when we're at $1, which is this decade. Let's face it, it's going to be very. It's not going to be 20 years from now. It'll be very soon. And I can liquidate a couple million OMI and be like, okay, give me all the grails. Give me the. I don't even know if I want the illustrator. Give me the top 3 trophy Pikachus. Give me the super secret battle promo. Give me the trophy Kangaskhan again. Maybe I'll get some, the Blaine's Charizards and the Blaine's Arcanines, because I do love those. Maybe I'll get them BGS 10. I don't know. I'll let y'all know. Double C says, could Wonder Woman become top Veve NFT? Like market cap? Like if you say like, well, if you take, and let's do the math on this. Market cap is nowhere near as high as Superman. Superman's been out, but let's just see the market cap on this. Let's say there's 8,888 of Superman, and let's say there's I didn't really need this, but $8.8 million market cap, right? There are 10,000 of the Wonder Womans, and they multiply it in like a $245 market cap. So only $2.45 million market cap for all of them. Again, at the floor price, which obviously, it goes up a lot higher the more you do that. It's not a lot. That is not a lot at all. A bunch of these are just, God, they're so small in comparison to what they can be. But of all time, no, not. Maybe for the women, maybe for people like Wonder Woman more than Supergirl. That first appearance statue. Maybe they like her more than Mera. I know somebody that has 70 Meras. He believes Mera is like super undervalued. It's gonna go to the moon. I was like, shit, man, maybe I should get some. I don't know. And it could be a genius move. And then there's so I think for the women, because maybe they like Wonder Woman better than Storm, better than whatever. But for overall, probably not. Overall, you're gonna have again the Batman ones, the Secret Spider-Man, and we're gonna most likely have Pokemon. Also, you still have any cards? I still have my Blaine's Arcanine First Edition PSA 10, and I still have the Omastar Masaki PSA 10. The Masaki Omastar. I have that one. And that was really hard to get. Jinfrono says, Randy, OMI hits $10. I can see on a huge yacht with lots of animals. It'll be modern day Noah. Well, $10 would be. I honestly do think it can get to multiple dollars this decade. Just again, as we burn. Yeah, Jeremy Padower said on stream the other day, hey, over in November, we burned about 1% of the reserve wallet that was there. We burned about 1% of it. Yeah, we did. All right. So what happens when next year suddenly we don't have 1.1 million users? Suddenly we have 10 plus million users, and suddenly we don't have 3 drops anymore, but we have 3 drops each week. 2 comics and a collectible. What happens next year when we have 8 drops a week? And that one every day, but on one day there's 2 drops. And the market is 10 times the size. Are we going to be burning 10% of that reserve wallet every month? That's lunacy. So either we're going to be burning next year about 10% of the reserve wallet every single month, or OMI price is going to rise. Which one do you think is most likely going to happen? I'm just throwing that out there. But I forget where I was at. That. Yeah, a huge. So yeah, I definitely see this at $3 to $5, probably by the end of the decade. Yeah. I used to think it would just be $1 to $3, but now I think 3 to 5. This is. I should be putting more money into this. I should have probably, because again, I bought the collectibles because I like them, and this is how I know it's going to be successful. My main mission at the end of the day is animal conservation, and collectibles, Pokemon cards, everything else just gets in the way of that. I should, but I can't, like, as I love it. I love the collectibles, and it is making money. They cannot deny the fact that a lot of them, honestly, a lot of them, put your money in collectibles versus OMI. You would have, unless you super timed OMI, you would have made a lot more in collectibles this year. A fudge ton more. Like, some people were probably making, God, if I would have done that, I would have Deca Millionaire, give or take. I would have like 5 or 6 million. Yeah, but I didn't. But I do think that is about to correct, and I do think this is again. This is not gonna stay here forever. Again, it could, and then what happens? Well, we burn through the whole reserve wallet, and then guess what? OMI still needs that underpinning thing to pay for the transactions. Where are you gonna get it from? Circulating supply. Dude, I definitely see tons of exchanges next year, and $1 will not be far off. I think so too. All chat says Portugal is amazing. I was thinking the same thing. Nice. Punisher, we think the same. Same as me. All chat. Veve Las Vegas says, will you sing Bloodhound Gang? I actually don't know any of their songs, so I apologize. Punisher says, I'm in Florida. I'll definitely do a meetup if you ever host. Well, Orlando should be like a 30-cent thing. We should be doing a 30-cent thing in Orlando. I'll pay for everyone OMI's tattoos at that point. Blood Gunslinger says, so I see you purchased another plot in Chaveztopia. You got 749 tiles. Why not just one more tile? Was it to trigger people's OCD? Well, it was actually my own OCD. The way it went out is like, okay, this is almost like a perfect square, and like, where did the other one tile go? I don't know. So I had 749. I didn't want to mess up the square, so I kept it that way. Most likely, what somebody did, and maybe I didn't see, is there was a tile that was there that I just didn't see, and that caused it to go from 750 to 749. And I was like, oh, I can't. So I just purchase this now. So yeah, I did that. More for my OCD. Maybe Las Vegas can't wait for OMI tats. OMI tats at 30 cents. Punisher says, I was in the Navy. I know what you mean, bro. They depend on a lot of kids with real machinery and bombs. It's great. Like, yeah, it's insane that the amount of stuff that we do when we're younger, when we're just the amount of like freedom that they give us. Honestly, I don't want to say it's too much, because it's not. They're part of the reason why I left, because they treat you like a kid still. But that being said, kids do a lot of stupid stuff. It's a lot of government so there's a lot of government waste that happens on a professional level where people just take advantage, and taxpayers getting murdered. Like, taxpayers are getting just taken through the ringer, having a bath, because people are going over there, DynCorp, to Blackwater federal contracts, wherever you want to go, and you see over there, okay, hey, you know what? This wheel is busted on this machine. Guess we need a whole new machine. What the fudge? So that's on like the professional level. On like the lower, 18 to 22 level, it's like, ooh, we messed this up bad. That's going to go on the, field loss. It's going to be, just wear and tear. Okay, government, got a blank check. So we do things we mess up because, we're kids and we're young. Some people do it and it's purposely, and they're just, God, it's insane. Carl R says, bro, how do I join the party? I need to go to 29 cents. Just wait. I'm going to say less than a year. I think we reached 30 cents before the bear market. Yeah. Double C says, the only thing more bullish than Wonder Woman is that wallpaper in NFT. I love you, man. I double say I don't know who you are, but I gotta make I gotta put that on Snapchat. Um, they love the new wallpaper. Eh, eh. Hashtag it's not mine. Okay, so you're I'm gonna make you Snapchat famous. Um, oh shoot, I got a buddy of mine. Master Sergeant Justin Bright. It says, uh, saying that you weren't weird for liking weird, or you weren't weird for liking. What? I don't even know what this is. Can I download this image somehow? Everybody jumping on the something train now. Remember when you were weird for liking anime? So you weren't weird for liking anime. You were weird for trying to do the attacks during recess. Okay, all right, I get that now. Buddy of mine. I had him on the podcast. I started with him. He's a good dude. And I thought about you. You're not weird, but you love anime. No, no, I'm a little of both. How you been, man? I hope he's good. He sent that to me. Oh, he sent that. Oh no, it was only 2 hours ago. I hope he's sleeping. I hope he's doing well. What we got here? Brendan Z says, "Where's the fridge? Where's Dashy? Did the Magic Pump Club kidnap me?" Um, blink twice if you're not okay. Oh no, I blinked twice. What does that mean? So yeah, no, I'm just at the girlfriend's. It's just different position here. Where was I? Okay. Giovanni Day says, "It finally hit me why I enjoy you so much." That sound weird, lol. But you are a lot like me in the sense of being a young man with an old soul and a young heart. Trying, man. I don't know what's that. Just doing my thing here. All Chat Game says, "That's a silly thing to worry about. All subscriber numbers, lol. I think you're going to do a lot better than you think." Winky face. I definitely did strike a chord with somebody up in the office, and I ain't causing nothing but problems. Now they're saying I'm in trouble with the government. Sorry, it just reminded me of White America. It was Eminem. It was a track on the Eminem show. God, that was a good album. That was a good album, right? Such a great album. Then you're better than you think. Yeah, so I think I definitely did strike a chord with a lot of people that are like me, that are just weird, and we vibe with each other. Like, who else is gonna be here at like 12:30 at night? Just like, you're like, Randy's on, just watches, nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really thankful for everyone that I have so far. I can't wait to meet more of you. You guys got to come to the next con. Whatever happened to going back to work? So I can't really talk about that yet. I will talk about that when everything's done, most likely next year. And I'll let you guys know in the ways in which I'm getting this 100,000 OMI here, 100,000 OMI there. I'll let you all know. It is not coming without effort. I'll give more details on that in the future. As he says, OMI is the safest antibody. See, Brendan, I love you, man. Giovanni Day says, "I don't know if you noticed, but you're on pace to 3x your growth in 1 year. Pretty successful, in my opinion." Yeah, so I didn't actually reach 1,000 subscribers until January of this year. So I have like 5x of that now. So it's really insane. That's bananas. And I think like 90 of the subscribers I got yesterday, like 90 of them I just got yesterday. Let me say here real quick. Take a look here, analytics, and I go over my views, watch time. All right, subscribers. I had 94 subscribers yesterday from that whole chaos magic. Or I don't want to say yesterday, December 3rd, not December 4th. December 4th was recent. December 4th just happened. I started this on December 4th. So yeah, I got a lot. That was fun. We'll do it again. Uncle Drew says, "How long would you have to stay in Portugal before you could move back and keep all your gains?" Well, as long as I keep a company there, open up Chavez Media or something, I'm fine. It's really not that long. Maybe a few months, 6 months. Um, yeah. Renzi says Storm is the ugliest model that Marvel put out for show. I just completed that set. I told y'all I sold. Oh, maybe I didn't. All this chaos the past few days. I sold all of my serial killer sets, and I finished the Storm set. I completed the zombie Captain America set, the zombie Spider Hunter set, um, and the originally I had already sold a Spider-Man ultra rare for OMI. I just bought it back. I just bought another Spider-Man ultra rare, so now I have that set completed as well. Krupe says I think it'll be 2 drops a day. Yeah, honestly, eight drops a week could again. I like to go. I like to be conservative. I think 10 million next year is conservative. Y'all heard it here first. I think 10 million users next year is conservative. So, moving on. So Pacific says, how I know it's going to be successful. I'm not a collector, and I spent like 15,000 on Veve since April. There you go, So Pacific. Get that fact. Kuru says, I'm in Florida. Hell right, let's go. Yeah. Milham, what's going on? Says agreed, Brendan. How far away am I here? 117. So, oh yeah, I'm right up here with y'all. So almost caught up and coming. Let's see what we got. Krupa says not financial advice, of course, but what would you do if you held a sub-1,000 partner NFT? Sell it and buy OMI? What I probably would do with that is I would sell that for a higher price than what the floor was, and then I would just pick up the floor of that, and then I would just net the difference, and then hopefully, again, that's what I would do right now in my situation where I have 24,000 gems ready to go. So I don't need to sell that for gems, but if I only had not a lot of gems and I already had a sub-1,000 one and I paid, let's say $1,000 for it, $2,000 for it, that's a nice chunk of change. Was that like $8,000? Whatever. How much is the wall? So let's take a look. See. Let's go to the tape. I'll just keep it here with what lots of people messaging me here. 12 at night, guys. Y'all are great. Yeah, keep the information flowing. So we're gonna go to the brands, and we're gonna take a look at the Disney Golden Moments here. And okay, Walt. Okay, ultra rare, 252 for sale. Oh, wow, 9.2K. So yeah, if I got it for 2,400 and I don't have any gems, and let's say I want Pokemon, like again, if I didn't have any other gems and I had that sub-1,000 Walt, and again, if I'm me and I didn't have it, and if I didn't have any, if that's the only thing I had on the app, I would sell that and just be gem heavy, just on the off chance that they announce Pokemon. Now, again, if I suddenly say like, hey, I don't have this big bag of OMI, and I go and that's the only thing I have, well, okay, well that's your golden ticket. If that's the only thing I have and I don't have any OMI, I'm not letting that go for 9K. I'm not letting that go for 10 or 20. Like I am holding that until that is like a mortgage, until that is whatever. And it might not get to 100,000. It might, but if that's the only thing that I have, and that's like that's my ticket. That because again, when a bunch of these things go on OpenSea, who knows what's going to be allowed where. I don't think that would be one of the first things. I think it would be the artists. Like I have my Labbit sets because I think they'll do well on OpenSea. I don't have the Labbit set because they're cool, they're fun. The memes with the rabbit thrown up is fun. It doesn't I don't need that in my life. I need Pokemon in my life. But I have those because I think they'll do really well on OpenSea, and I think they'll get on OpenSea really quickly. So yeah. My boy Randy, hope you've been doing good. Thank you, homie Mike Jack. Hope you're doing well. Punisher's laughing. Randy says, so grateful that OMI has brought so many dope people together. Yeah, dude, we're just chilling, we're vibing. Brendan Z says, other than the sellouts. Oh, my just bro, Brendan Z, really fam. You think Storm is the worst? Why are you hating on my girl? I spent 1,900 on her secret rare, and she's down to like 875, or she was. I don't even know what she's up to. Ugh, let's see. Let's take a look. She's gonna make me cry. Okay, let's go to the marketplace. Go to collectibles. Let me be able to search for. Can just type in Storm, or is that not going to show up? No, it's not going to show up. I'm going to have to type in Men. Okay, I guess I can't even do that. I guess I'll just secret rare. All right, applying. Why is that the Hooverville Rouse the only thing that's giving me? Okay, collectibles. Maybe I could just do it on the profile because I have the whole set, but for whatever reason it wouldn't let me look at her floor. Okay, so here's a secret rare. Oh, the floor price is 1,000 gems now. I feel a little bit better. It's not at 875 like it was. But yeah, I paid 1,900 for her. I thought I was making the right, so I'm not always right. I like Storm though, and I completed her set the other day. Brendan Z says, "Yeah, I still have some of her, but I do think they didn't do her proper justice." Yeah, yeah, agreed. Insane says, "Where can I find your thoughts about the Foster incident?" So the video, well, I mean, it's really on this stream. I said a lot today. I said a lot even this morning on this morning stream, or yesterday mornings now. Or might not even be playing. Yeah, so it was the Andre Jick aftermath, which for whatever. So be advised, guys, I did not monetize the thing with Foster Hilt. I didn't I made enough off super chats that, so it's not being monetized. You can go and you can watch without ads. It's 7 hours though, and then this morning I gave a little bit more of my thoughts. It was an hour and a half, but again, I guess the ads aren't running, but yeah. So those are the plays that you can see, or on this stream as well. What else do we got here? Only Mike Jack's laughing says they could have definitely did better. Talking about Storm. Damn, y'all shitting on my girl. My language. Can't even think about messing up a Wolverine or Cyclops. Yeah, that's a really good point. I'd much rather them mess up on a Storm. Although I do, which again, I don't think she's like. I still think she's cool. Like I still got her because the significance of it. Hi, Kitty. But yeah, don't mess up Wolverine. Like I remember there's this one. This was about Punisher, not Wolverine. What's his name? The guy that plays Punisher. That guy who's from Walking Dead and Wolf of Wall Street. He goes in to like this comic shop in New York, and he's like, "I want to buy these," and then this kid's like, "No." Like he looks at him like, and he goes like, "No, you don't need this. You don't need this. Come here. You're gonna get this one. You're gonna read this one. You're gonna read this one." And he puts he rings them all up, and then he looks at him, and you can see he says this all on like an interview, and he goes and says like, "You're playing Punisher. Do not fudge this up." And guys is like, "Yes, sir." like that was so that was really exciting. That was really fun to see like this, like nerds take it seriously. You better not mess up on Wolverine. He's one of the people that I cosplayed. I love him. Brown Wolverine. Yeah. Cyclops I like too, but I feel again Cyclops. I can't wait for these newer X-Men movies because Cyclops was just given bad, like not good. Like I did not like, especially in the newer X-Men films. I didn't like him at all. They definitely needed a better. Disney will do it right. I'm sure it is. Kevin Feige. We pray. I love that man. Brendan says, "Don't even say that, oh man." Scotty doesn't know. What's going on? Brendan says, "I need some crispy adamantium claws." Giovanni says, "I need some RuneScape NFTs in my life." Brendan says, "Nice job getting those Marvels locked in, Randy." Trying. Kirby says, "I paid retail price for it." Nice. Mike says, "Why has the growth in users and sales in OMI not increasing the price? Who's dumping OMI in our faces? Owners?" Well, it's the owner of. Most likely it's Ben Gadenzi. Just most likely. Carl R says, Randy, you can be OMI Whale King. I thought Andre's idea of adding his own utility to certain collectibles was an interesting idea. You should think about doing that. If you do that, make that money. I also do. It's got to be something like, again, I've accepted things for, if you want any of my 2 Pokemon cards, I don't know, show me you have a, if you have the Trinity, if you have the Todd McFarlane, the Superman, and the Secret Rare Spider-Man, if you have them all, prove to me, I'll give you a 10% discount on my cards, which are already the cheapest, like whatever they are on the floor price, you'll get another 10% off. We'll go through that way. Yeah, because like honestly, even at another, that's a lot. Like in the Pokemon world, that's a lot. Like so, it's not like, huh, you're a little cheaping us out here, Chavez. No, like that is a lot in the Pokemon card world. So yeah. But outside of that, I don't know what else I could do. Maybe because again, I don't want to exclude people. I think it really should all be about not excluding people. And but again, the utility. So again, if I say something, let's say it's a Pikachu. It can't be something like, it would have to be something that's not out yet, and it would have, so because if I go on and say like, okay, I'm gonna buy all of these, I'm gonna go buy all of this on the market first, and then I'm gonna say, by the way, if you have one of these, then you get into my secret club, offering whatever. I don't know what I can do to offer more than I'm giving already. That's special, and so I don't. Maybe that is a good opportunity for money, but it only goes up. I'm not going to really worry about money too much. So we'll see. Giovanni Day says, Mike, we told you this the other day. It's not the owners. It's public info. You can see all owner wallets. It's a good point. So Mike, the growth of EV users doesn't affect the number of OMI holders. They are separate right now. That's also a good point. Mike says, where can I see founders wallets? Probably on Go Chain Explorer. Krupa says, I spent 1,750 on my Storm Secret Rare. I feel you. We're holding strong there, Krupa. We're holding strong. Brenzy is on GoScan. Copy paste the OMI contract address in GoScan and check the holders. Blood Gunslinger says, do you think Ink Store Eves is worth holding on to? That is one. So out of all the ones at DesignerCon, outside of Cat Bronson, that is the one that it does get brought up the most. Maybe the extra larges, those golden apes, they have a little bit of a club. Hitmonkey does too. But the that is, so outside of the golden apes and the Cat Bronson, it is the Inked Stories one, and most of the artists that are already on for that DesignerCon, most of them probably already peaked. Some of them might not have. The only reason why, I met Luke Chu twice. I had him once on the podcast, with Homie Janie, Max, and Wendy. So I got Luke's stuff because I like the Ghost Bears, and I like him, so I wanted to support him. And again, I just have an uncommon Ghost Bear. Maybe I should get the whole set at some point, support him. But that's because I know him, and the Ghost Bears. Yeah, they're cool, they're cute. I don't really know them as characters though. There are going to be some artists, maybe even none of these, maybe even none that are at DesignerCon, but there's going to be some that are either on the app already or not on them yet. That is just going to absolutely blow the fudge up, and people wonder what is that? This has only happened at. I don't know which ones they are. I'm not going to pretend to know which ones they are. I'm going to root for my boy Luke Chu because I have, and again, this is like I have one of his uncommons. I think Brendan Z's got 17 or 30 of his I don't know how much he has. So yeah, I am. So I'm letting you guys know what I'm doing before I'm doing it. But I'm just thinking about, maybe I should get the whole set just to support, my buddy, who I don't even remember me. He probably met so many people that week. Yeah, so I got have the Ghost Bear, the uncommon. That's the only one I have. And I got it for 115, and now it's 93. So Chavez losing another $20 out of Vaporized Capital. Really into Chavez. Moving on here. So Eve, I don't know. She's one of the ones that get brought up, but that's a coin toss. I don't know. Mike says, "Cheers, guys." Brendan says, "It's called Go Chain Explorer. Actually, not Go Scan. My bad." Okay. I really didn't think she was that bad because I was wrong. A good was Randy. You didn't answer my question on Forest Hill double standards. Type it again. Type it again, Crypto Boy. Sorry if I didn't get to that. But yeah, if you're still listening, type that again, and I'll answer it. Brenzy says, "Will the new episode of Dexter launch at midnight? I'd like to put that on to bed after the stream." I don't know. Maybe. Azza, what's up going on? Brenzy says, "Completed my first Hit Monkey set today." Oh, or completed my Hit Monkey set today. Oh, you got them all. Good for you, man. I think that thing's going places. Double C says, "I love the wallpaper, but I am not on Snapchat. Celtic Boys on Veve." Oh, very nice. Very nice, Double C. I am at Real Randy Chavez on Twitter. That's where I do a lot of my tweeting stuff. Sorry, it's late. And Zane says, "How here would be willing to buy for knee picks?" I need to buy that OMI too. Oh, who here would be willing to buy knee picks? Maybe someone. I don't know. Maybe not the 60 people watching. Brendan Z says, "Literally bought 40 or more Ghost Bears after you met Luke." I thought he was so down to earth. Yeah, he is, and that's why I went and I decided to get something of his. Like, hey, when you download the app, let me know. I'll send you a collectible. He's like, "I don't even know what that means." It's like, so yeah, yeah, he's great. Insane says, "By the way, who is Danny Bullock? I see him everywhere. Any ideas?" I do see that person, Danny Boy LLC. I don't know. I don't honestly. So something hit me in the face today, where I'm in a bunch of like every chat in the world, and one person shared a meme in one chat, and then another person shared a meme in another chat, and I was like, wait a minute, this is the same meme, but these are by different people. I was like, so I figured out who somebody was, because I'm the only one in those two chats. Like outside of this one person, let's just call him Mr. Shaker Bottle. Mr. Shaker Bottle posts in one Telegram group that, hey, here's this meme, and then Mrs. Spoon posts that same meme in this Twitter group, and suddenly I'm like, and somebody asked Mr. Shaker Bottle, "Where are these? Like, where'd you get these?" Like, I don't know. People have been posting them, but I never saw those memes before, and I knew that. I was like, okay, well, these two people, like, Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel is Einhorn. So I don't even think that person clearly knows who I am, because I'm in both of those chats, but it was really funny. I thought it was really great. So I guess I do know certain people, but I don't know who Danny Boy is. Giovanni Day says, "I scooped up a number 6." Oh, I also, like, the person that I saw, like, it wasn't anyone that was, like, important. Like, it wasn't anyone that's like a YouTuber or in any, like, they just happened to be in two different chat. Like, I don't want to say not anyone important. It wasn't anyone that was, that anyone would know who they are. Like, so yeah. Giovanni Day says, "I scooped up a number 61 Heroes Edition Decon logo for 900 gems. Nice." Starlee Pap says, "At Sopasobic, LOL, me too. Never collected anything, and I spent 15,000 since October on Veve, but it's worth over 50K. I'm so hooked." That's insane. You did that since 15K since October, and it's worth 50K. Dude, I'm jelly. Dude, that was really good. Brendan says, "One Pokemon." I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully we get Pokemon, I think next year. But apparently Yu-Gi-Oh! Before then. Krube bought 2. Giovanni says, Lincoln Ripper board for only 450 gems. Whoa. Number 44? Nice. We bought 2 of something. Blah, blah, blah. Insane says, okay, thought he was someone known from the community. Crazy, he is so active. Danny Boy LLC. I have seen him around. I don't know who that is, though. There's it, well, Randy, your aliases you've signed here. Yeah, Mr. Shaker Bottle and Mrs. Spoons. I guess I could have called it just Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper. That would have probably, that analogy would have worked a lot better because we all know Blue's Clues. Yo, when Blue's Clues NFTs. I would lose my heckin' mind if we had Blue's Clues NFTs. I would get so much of her. Get so much of her. That'd be great. Double C says, I want to flip my way to a Spider-Man secret rare, like the paperclip to the house type of thing. There's this one guy that it's called Thing to Adani. I think these guys in Australia, and I should really have them on again. Or I was on their stream. It's really weird when you type in your own name on YouTube and then you can't figure out which stream you're talking about on other people's streams. I think. Yeah. So they have this thing that they're flipping from a thing to a Donnie, and it just how they're doing it is they're just as soon as they honestly it's just trying to buy comics, getting lucky, selling them for gems, and just getting lucky on certain things, selling them for gems, and you could do it. You could start off with $7, with 7 gems, and you could turn that into something really great. This is great. God, this is insane what we do here. Where we're at here, Brendan Z says, anyone see the futures account on Veve? A lot of always listing multiple ultra rares, all of them floor. I haven't, no. Kruber says, brought 2 of the Bear Ghost rare. Oh, you bought 2 of the Bear Ghost rare. Oh, very nice. Alright, so maybe I should get, I don't want to right now. Maybe I should. I think he wasn't even active on Twitter. Let me try to find. You're making me want to buy some because I think I got an uncommon, right? If I got an uncommon, might as well get a common, right? There's a Ghost Bear. Oh, he's 70 gems. I don't want to pay 70 gems. Well, I paid 70 gems, and now I got a common Ghost Bear. So, see what y'all made me do? Like, y'all... so let me find Luke Chu. I don't know what the rares and the ultra rares are going for, but I don't think I want to pay for them right now. But Luke Chu, he follows me. He follows me, guys. He follows me. He follows with the real Randy Chavez. We should tag him in this when we're done. Actually, I'll tag him in this right now. So go on here and says we be buying at Luke. We buying Luke Chu digital collectibles on the Veve app tonight. So obviously you guys know that it did just happen. We do, like, a bunch of us bought here. So, like, I guarantee someone's like, oh, you're trying to pump and dump this? Like, no, like, the only reason I'd get rid of these is really just to send to him. Tell him when he's... I hope he responds in kind. Look at you. That's so cool. He follows me. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Moving on. Insane says, I hope they rework the drop model for Pokemon. I want to be open Pokeballs for Pokemon or booster packs. Damn, I'm going to be poor, dude. We're all going to lose my mind. And that's just the gift that keeps on giving. I have no issue spending a lot of money on that. I do have issues spending a lot of money, but I'm going to do it anyway. Brendan says, FOMO into Vader or Yoda. Oh, dude. Vader, Luke Skywalker. God. Iconic father and son. Just, man, oh my God, that's... And I keep forgetting that there are some kids that, that don't know the whole story, and, maybe that there's so much content out there, and the Star Wars, like the Clone Wars, like the animated ones, those are so good. Like, you understand what George Lucas is trying to do. Like, you understand the direction that they were going. It's like, hey, no, this is what is possible. And God, it's amazing. But anyway, yeah, like some kids don't know, like if they go and it's like, oh, Anakin turns into, this is Luke, they didn't know, or if you're going and they watch that all happen, they don't know who Luke is first, or they go and it depends how you watch them. Did they watch them like we did? Like, what's the correct way to watch Star Wars? Do you watch them, from A New Hope, and then you watch, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then watch 1, 2, and 3, and then you watch the animated series, or do you go starting from, hey, here's A New Hope, and then here's Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, and then Attack of the Clones, then Clone Wars, and then you watch the animated series with that, and then you watch Rogue One, and then you watch A New Hope, and then you go on to the Mandalorian stuff, and then there's so many things that God, it must be cool to be a kid right now. It's just so much great stuff. Biggest bro says Veve Vision. As it says, Veve is crazy when you think about it. It's that $7 dream. It is. It's all it takes right now is $7. $7, and you can flip your way in a year to thousands. It's like thousands. You can get lucky and get some that you can get tens of thousands of dollars. That's insane. That's bananas. And you could do it. You have multiple chances. Fudge. It's so. Akomi's tapped into something crazy special, and we're all gonna be like. It's so interesting how like all of us that are here, before it blows up. Oh yeah, we were gonna be able to have those bragging rights. Bragging rights. We were talking about it forever. $7 hello. And says Ghost Bear. Build a good floor. Rare since 2 weeks at 160. Common down from 110. To 70. Ultra is down 450 to 400. Staying there since a week. Man, you're gonna make me want to buy more. Punch says thinking about buying up 30 Kanga common for the floor price. Kangs. Whenever I see that, I think Trophy Kangaskhan. I know that's not. I know you're talking about Kang and Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. Who says I'll send you the rare blue ghost. Oh, dude, don't send don't send it. I would. Okay, hang on. That is too much. That is too wonderful. Oh, okay. So yeah, somebody was. Thank you. So somebody was talking about before about Wonder Woman, and like this can be a first appearance of Wonder Woman as a floppy disk, and the other one could be a first appearance of Wonder Woman as a collectible. Now I'm not gonna lie. If Veve didn't exist, and I were to look at this, this whole piece, this Wonder Woman floppy disk thing, I would think that, hey, this is actually pretty genius. You have some pretty cool artwork on there with an issue of a comic, and you're taking the old, like the old, and you're putting it on something that is not as old, but old. So you're taking, a floppy disk, and you're attaching it with something that is super old, like respect the past, respect the elders, but it's on a digital NFT. So this does work in a lot of different layers. Like this is cool. Veve does it like this is still cool. Like I still like the way they did this. But again, that being said, do I want this or do I want the Wonder Woman, like the actual statue that's part of the Veveverse? I want the Wonder Woman statue. But they can both be first editions because they're both different. They're both different types of NFTs. So that's why they can both be. Yeah, no, just the rare blue ghost, because then I'll if you want. I don't know where's your username? No, I don't. I should not be. Okay, so I need the ultra rare, the red. How much is this one? All right, so there's only 116 left of these guys on the market, and also it's not letting me see the market for whatever reason. Okay, I guess it is. This is what you guys are making me do. This is what you guys. Okay, well, okay. I bought the red bear. I bought the. Okay, so that's. Luke Chu be making that money. So I bought bought the Luke Chu Red Bear. Guys, I have no idea if I'm rooting for Luke, but he might not be one of the artists that like pop off out of it. He might not be. He's my friend, and he follows me on, you know. But again, there's a poker game back in the day that said it was like a poker video game, and whenever you have like a lucky hand, this guy goes like, "Huh, I'd rather be lucky than good." Sometimes the moves I make, they just come down to luck. Like Ian Waller, the podcast I went on, it just came down to luck, where I just went and I said, yeah, just being born in general, and being born in Peru. Okay, well, shitty starting location, but well, guess what? Get lucky. I win the lotto. I get adopted into the U.S., and that's the luckiest thing that can happen. Like outside of being born, getting adopted, like going to that should not have happened. Like that should not have happened, and it did, and I'm so thankful, and that's why I also feel like, okay, well, this life really shouldn't be mine. It probably should be someone else's, but I can make the best of what I have, and I can really help. So I have to believe that was done for a reason, not just because these people that adopted me that can't have kids, like they want a kid, so I can fill a hole in their life. No, that has to be for a reason. Like you can't tell me that that's not like that is. So I forget what I was saying with this. Talking about Ghost Bear. Oh yeah, so look, this I like Luke too, and I like. Well, I didn't have these before today. I had the uncommon, so so I have these now. I will wait, and I will sit. Insane says, I sent my mother 2 weeks ago the ultra rare Ghost Bear. She found it cute. That puts a smile on her face. I'm glad. Aw. Resi says, Diamond Hands on that Ghost Bear gang. New Star Wars trilogy was so booty. Can't wait for the Boba Fett series. Boba Fett series I can't wait for. That'll be very, very soon. That'll be in December, right after Hawkeye ends. That should be when that gets delivered. Monarch NFT says, I've been MIA from the lives, but what's up, Randy? Yo, what's up, Monarch? How's it going? We're just buying Luke Chu Ghost Bears right now. Only Player One says, would you sell Walt for Pokemon drop the day it's announced? Yeah. The only reason why I wouldn't is if I say, like, again, I don't have Walt, and I'm already sitting pretty gem heavy at 24,000 gems. I don't. That's the reason I wouldn't sell him. But if I only had him and they're like, okay, well, I love Pokemon more than anything. I don't care what NFT I have, unless it's someone that was a gift from someone. Like if Krupe says it's a low mint, come on, man. Yeah, like if Krupe sends me this, I'm never selling that blue Ghost Bear. If you want to send me that, Krupe, I will. All right, QR code. If Krupe wants to do that, and not anyone else, for that, like I said, I won't. I won't. There's a couple of things that I got on here from people that I just won't sell. So we're out here. Oh, someone called me arrogant. Can't wait to see this. Yeah. No, I never mind. It was someone with. Okay. Moving on. I'll play. Brenda says, first appearance floppy disk was free. Is it worth anything now? Oh, that was free. I don't know. Like I said, I'd still like that'd be cool to have. Just yeah, you go and appreciate it anytime. Brenda, see, let's go FOMO, Ghost Bear Gang. I love how you have the emoji for ghost, emoji for bear, and then gang. That's great. You're an inspiration, Brandy. Can't wait for the Netflix documentary. So I was talking to Dan Schawbel the other day, and I said, hey, because he's a New York Times awards-winning, best author. It's like, hey, when the time comes, can I get you to be a ghostwriter for me? If I want to write a book. And he says no. He says, but I am very well connected in that area, and I can give you a lot of people. I can give you a lot of names, and and with those names, like, so you could have your pick. I was like, okay. So again, do I want to do that? I don't know. I think that is something that I would leverage. I would say, like, kind of like Gary Vee. I would get a bunch of Pokemon. I'll get a bunch of whatever, NFTs, and I would say, okay, guys, I'm writing a book. I'm only, and however much I get, how much are ordered. If you buy, 10 of the book, then I'll give you. That'd be so hard because, like, I'm just. The value would have to be pretty close to, if not equal to, the NFT. Like, I'd give you or let's say if you buy 3 of the books, I'd give you an NFT equal to that, or I'd give you a certain NFT, and this would only be good for the first, I don't know, 100 people that did that, and they can give their. I mean, at that point, if I, let's say, make this by the end of the um by the end of the decade, say 100 millionaire. Like, how many people would want to read that book? Like, who would want to? If, like, the Chavez brand blows up, it's like, oh yeah, I'd read a book on him. Who reads books anymore? I don't know. But that is something that I would do. I would say, like, hey, buy this book and I'll give you an NFT. I'll give you these NFT, whatever. Maybe I would do that. Giovanni Day says, would you trade some collectibles for one of your Pokemon cards? Ooh, maybe. Maybe I would. Let me know what you have to trade, Giovanni Day. I like trading. John M says, I think it would be cool to only collect gold items and nothing else. Like gold member, hey gold member, nothing that touch it too much, hey gold member. All right, sorry. Ramsey says, make a rap song. John, I saw a guy with only 10 gold dragon girls, and that was it. Damn. His bio said he hold the gold. You need a good title. I would need a good title. Lindsay Sterling had one. It's like the only pirate at the party. Like, oh, that's such a clever title. Maybe that'd be great if the title was just meow. Like meow. And then every time you type in meow, Randy Chavez comes up. That'd be really interesting. That would be really interesting. Meow, Randy Chavez. That would be so clever. John was interesting. Double C says, can OMI reach $1 without Veve versus Pokemon or Logan Paul? Yes. It's just going to take a lot longer. So without Logan Paul, which I again, whether we have him or don't have him, we're going to get to $1 anyway. If we do not have Pokemon, I would say that we still get to $1, assuming that, let's do it this way. X out Logan Paul. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter either one way or another. We'll get to $1 at some point. When we have, what was the other one? Pokemon. If we don't have Pokemon, okay, we still have Disney, we still have everything else, like pretty much everything else. We'll still get to $1. It might that might delay it a little bit maybe. But without a Veveverse, that will delay a long time. Again, I don't. That being said, I don't think the Veveverse, we actually get like a really good playable one until 2023. Next year they'll come out with something. We'll have land. We might be able to some light gamification, but it's going to be more, I think, of like an open world thing. I don't think it'll be a big thing. I don't think it'll be a big. At least at that point, maybe they surprise us. Maybe they say, "Hey, God, if we do that, all that OMI that we're gonna burn, again, all the OMI that we're looking at burning now, what Jeremy was talking about, that was just on the collectibles end. That had nothing to do with the Veveverse. And the Veveverse, like the collectibles end, these founders, they want the collectibles to be a small part of the Akomi Veveverse. So yeah, it'll just take us a while. But we'll see. Don M says, I saw 300 million OMI burned yesterday, which is kind of, yeah, dude, that is nuts. It's nuts. Insane says, Meow Me, a digital story. that is really good. Okay, maybe it's Meow something, a digital story. I am gonna take a picture of that though. This is not going on the Snapchat. This is from my own personal things there. Oh my gosh. So Krupe, not lying. Krupe sent me a bear. Krupe sent me a blue bear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Krupe, thank you so much. Number 471, Ghost Blue Bear. Oh my god, dude, this is epic. That's 135 gems, dude. Thank you, man. Thanks so much. You didn't have to do that. But like, but then when you said, "Come on, man," it's a little. I was like, "All right, oh man, this is so cool." Like, this is great. Well, I got to go on Twitter and say that we completed. That's from your Twitter also. um, bought 2 more of the. He responded. He says, "Yay! Bought 2 more of your collectibles, and somebody sent me the last one, so I could complete the set. We heart you." Oh god, less than heart. We heart you. We less than 3 you. Okay. We heart you. Okay, moving on. So cool. Luke Chu responded. Is like, yay. I should get him on the podcast again. David Rumsarian says, what do you think of the Pokemon celebration set? I think it's great. I think that is like one of the best things that like Pokemon's just knocking it out of the park. VMAX celebration set, really, really good. The only thing I wish they'd bring back is the first editions. It's the only thing I want. I'll go and I'll get back into it. I'll turn on the machine. I'll get those first editions. Why? Because you get those first editions as a print run, and then the rest is unlimited. I don't care what anyone else. That price can do what it wants. I want the first editions. Miss Close, damn bro, sleep. Well, I'm on Lucy, so I will sleep in a minute. I guess when I'm done. It says for trade right now, I have Heroes Edition number 61 Supergirl number 420. Oh yeah, you did get 420 for today. Actually, so how much for the Supergirl 420? How much do you value that at? Let's assume it's a good deal past the floor. So let's say Veve. I'm going to my profile. Oh, hey, I have 30 cents now. Okay, so also oh yeah, the Supergirl is from today. Not the first appearance, but still, like I like this one better. All right, so the floor price is 102 on her. And if you have number 420, let's assume that the 102 floor price is, let's say that's tripled for because 420. I don't know how to price that. I want to be fair, and maybe that's like, oh, maybe it should only be double, or hey, this 420 is a meme Supergirl thing. It should probably be more. I don't know. I don't know. So I do want to be fair. Let's let the chat decide what is fair for number 420 Supergirl, and then we'll go from there. John M says, do you think people will be disappointed with the initial VVverse and sell off NFTs? Maybe, yeah. Although at the time, it depends though. When the initial VVverse comes out, most likely we'll have 5x users. Like we'll have millions of users. Are you going to want to sell your NFTs? Like, yeah, if you want to cash out. But I think at that point it's just a waiting game. Just accumulate as much as you can, then hold. But yeah, that people might sell off. Kuru says, thanks for everything, brother. Hope you enjoy the blue bear. Yeah, dude, thanks so much. Oh, at Roop Caleb is my Twitter. Caleb. There's a soap opera called Port Charles. And Port Charles was, hang on. That's Luke Chu. Roop Caleb. And in Port Charles, they had this. Okay, I am following you, Roop Caleb. At Roop Caleb is the tweeter. And then, when was the last time you were on one of these things? Oh no, you just retweeted something a few hours ago. Okay, all right, very cool. So yeah, there was a Port Charles. There's a character called Caleb, He was a vampire. It was great. Insane says, if it's out, send me a digital copy. If it's out, wait, a digital copy of what? Meow Me, a digital story. Oh, okay, yeah. For Meow Me, I'll let you know when I write it, or when Ghostwriter writes it. B Christopher says that's very cool. Marty says, do you think Veve will do P2E gaming? Please say yes. That will be the point he's based. I think at some point probably. Can we expect that in the next few months? Expect nothing, and you should be like, if you set high. They did a skit on this on Mad TV. Lowered expectations. So you gotta do. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Go into it expecting nothing, and then again. So I am expecting that at some point. I'm not going to expect that for years, and maybe we get it next year. Maybe we get it in 2 years. I don't know. But at some point, I do think we'll have something like that. I'll see. Was it a mistake making Wonder Woman the common versus the ultra rare? No, because they knew that she's one of the most popular characters in the world, like in the world. Everywhere, like she's not. Again, Captain America is as well, but she's the biggest woman. Trinity, like, and especially for what, like half the population of women, and women are the driving factors behind the market. Most think men are. Men make the money, but women spend it in the households. Go to most houses there, like, oh hey, this. Women do the shopping. So yeah, I'm really really bullish on Wonder Woman for that. With thoughts on the market right now, looks like the fake out I stated before it came into play. Yeah, it could be a fake out. I think we're gonna go down, then we go back up. I'm curious to see where we are here on the market. Let's take a look. See, it's been a little while. Shall we take a look back on the BitForex? Let me go and redo that. Buddy of mine say probably not 100% happy doing this career. Oh man. Well, what else are you interested in? I'm telling a buddy of mine, hey, what else are you interested in? Okay. So yeah, we're at that 5-0 mark. We're like right there. What are we gonna do? We're gonna break up or break down? Could we trade at the 5-0 mark for a while? Yeah, sure. But at that point, you're either gonna break up or you break down. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Go to sleep and come back tomorrow. If we're down to 0.004, I gotta make an appointment to sell a kidney because I'll try to get as much as I can. And since the double C, now Veve is aiming that more people can enjoy the sought after collectibles. Most times, I think it's good. Yeah. I think it's really good that they have the higher mints on something that's so coveted. Caller says, Randy, you ever play Habbo or Second Life years ago? I did have the hen Second Life, but I didn't like play it. I just was there for like a quick minute with another person's character, seeing what we could do. Javon Day says, honestly, I don't know how to price it either. But I don't know, that would price it more than 3x. Yeah, so I don't know how to price that Wonder Woman. Brendan Z says, I have two 420 mins. I think I have a fair justification on it. Maybe a 3x floor. Okay, so 103 times 3 would be 309. Punishes $6,900 for Supergirl. Krupa says 120. No. It was only $100 floor. Well, let's take a look at this here again. Now I'm distracted. Yeah, Supergirl's at $100 floor. So it's weird. There were 1,000 on the market at 105 or whatever, 103, and now there's 3 less on the market, but the price has gone down. So that's interesting. So let's say 309, give or take. 3x floor. Brendan says, should I sell for 420.69? There was wish there was a drop to wake up to tomorrow. Yeah, I know, right? Some new episodes of Money Heist came out apparently. Oh, people must love that. DMFA58 says, do you think Veve will make a trade option in the app other than the QR code? Like, say, if people wanted to trade a high-end collectible for multiple with another user. I think that will be, yes. Similar to where if anyone's played, oh God, what's that game where you're building roads and you're building settlements? Settlers Catan, where it's like, oh, hey, I'll trade you 3 wood for a brick and a, wheat or whatever. Yeah, I think there'll be things like that that are going to be accepted. And there's been people like, oh, I didn't mean to accept this. I didn't mean to do this. Don't do it drunk. I guarantee you I make mistakes. I guarantee you I go on there. It's like, I accidentally gave away a big collectible. I can guarantee you it happens. Ramsey says, yes, they will. They will. It will burn OMI too. That's the other thing I would like. I would like to see, like, hey, if you guys do this trade, so have a mandatory OMI burning fee. That's fine. I'll take that on the chin. Carl R says, what's coming for next week for drops? Also, maybe People X, since David posted DBZ fusion image. I would think maybe Dr. Seuss, because he posted the Grinch a few times. So I would think a Dr. Seuss would be interesting. I don't know what they'll be though. I don't know which one. Again, they did say Artist Alley, and this was the first of DC that we got an Artist Alley. So maybe more Artist Alley stuff. And so are you still confident in E2? Yeah, I'm having a stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Arya Realty and King Tech Ops talking about it. Parentheses, all junk trading. Just says, do I screw at Wonder Woman now or wait until tomorrow? Also, what do you think about the Soul Phantasma? So I be advised, I have 5 Wonder Woman. If it goes crazy, great. Sell on the way up. If not a big deal. Then I just have 5 Wonder Woman. It's like, okay, this is my army, my harem. Soul and Phantasma, I actually don't know. Let me take a look. Hang on 1 second. So we go to CoinMarketCap, which isn't the most reliable, but take a look, see here. Well, they have the Soul Phantasma thing. If you go on CoinMarketCap, has around the same trading volume as we do. 9 to 10 million. Market cap's at 291 million, so it's very low. But I don't know what it is. I don't know the market cap. I don't know what it does. Let's take a look at the chart here. 7-day, 1 month, 3 months. Oh, well, it's up over 3 months. Up over a year. See all. Oh, so this started. So this is actually really similar to what OMI started at. OMI started down here, had this meteoric rise, fall down, and once we go up, we're going to go up. So I think this is really, really crazy. Again, started down here, have this rise up to a penny. We go down a big thing up until like right now. And let's say in the next month or so, when we get on exchanges, that honestly, I don't know anything about this particular project, but I bet you we follow the same track because I know what OMI is. But for this one, I don't know. I don't really know anything about it though. It's a smart NFT carbon neutral blockchain for gaming. Oh, this is interesting. So you get the tokens for them. Gaming, non-fungible, they're NFT. All right, so this is actually really cool. Or at least it looks cool. I don't know anything about it, but it just looks like, hey, built for gaming, technological backbone of the future of gaming, enabling a silky smooth user experience while increasing developer revenue and empowering gamers through true. I should do commercials. I don't know anything about this, but that is something I probably should look into. That I'll look into. Brendan Z says tomorrow's football day. Buffalo Wild Wings, you already know. Oh, I'm so fancy. Jordan Mears says, did you pick up an E2 tiles today? I picked up another 749 tile plot in Chavez-topia. I'll link it down below. And then I did I bought another thing in South Korea, just because. Double C says, Wonder Woman still raising. Oh, let's see what she's at. Can't wait to see. Floor price 272. Yo, you're. That was good. It was a good day. Insane says, thank you very much. Gotta go. Much love to you, Insane. Brendan Z says that Wonder Woman is amazing in AR. She was in the girlfriend's living room before. Tech Shadow says, Rowan Chavez, how much does YouTube pay you for your videos? It really depends. I'll show you right now. So if we go and we take a look at the content, and the content, like let's say Veve versus A, like this again, these are videos. These are not like the live streams with the super chats, but let's go with the most recent one 4 days ago. Veve versus AMC, which NFT is going to be worth more. Okay, no. I can go to the video analytics on this, and this one will show me that I'll scroll to the revenue, and then I got $5.54 off that video, which is not a lot. So the ad revenue was that. But on I'll say why the renters of Veve collectibles will make millions or something like that. So if you go on the content from there, the video analytics for that one, see the revenue on that one. So $7.89 for that one. But let's go to one with a little more meat. Let's go with, all right, how you can make a living renting out collectibles, digital collectibles. So that was $1,600. And I made $11 off that one. I'm trying to think of one that's really gives me a lot. I think the most one I had of all time. Oh, so Veve, OMI, Immutable, X-Mind Grid. It's not all time, but it's 3,400 views, which is a decent amount for my channel. I made $23 off that video. So off the videos, I actually don't make a ton. If I buy a ton, or if I put out a ton, sure. Like this one, how I went from no bed to being a millionaire with a Comey. This is probably going to be my highest grossing video, not live stream, because live streams get a lot of super chats. But the analytics here for my most ever one revenue, $41.97. So not bad for that one. Yeah. So I'm gonna move back. Yeah. Lisa A says, how is everyone still awake? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lisa. She says, just comparing to Veve, OMI have been around since March. I almost said March, like Boston. Small NFTs are very interesting and stumbled upon about a week ago. Wondering if Veve NFTs are smart or will be smart NFTs eventually. I don't know. I'm really not educated in the smart NFTs versus non, so I don't know. Brendan says, monetized boy. Do live streams earn revenue as well, or just videos? Know that super chats are nice. Some of them do. Some of them, like, I'll let you know. Like if I go to my content and I go to the lives, like, so the ad suitability on the live stream I did this morning or yesterday morning, I guess only certain ads are running. The one for Foster, I didn't put any ads on that one with Foster Hill because I had Andre Jick on there. That's more for education. I don't want ads popping up. But the rest of them are fine. The one with Wendy, I didn't have monetized, I guess, because it didn't. But a lot of these are the green. Green means they're good. The yellow means that a lot of ads can't play, but some still do. And then the ones that are, like, let's say there are no ads on the one with me and Foster Hill or the one with me and Wendy. So yeah. But yeah, at that point, it's just the super chats that just keep me going. Tech Shadow says, so it pays like $5 to $7 per 1,000 views. Yeah, give or take. Also, it depends how long they view for, how long the video is. Jordan Mears is Taco Bell fun. Ah, my man. Thank you so much. So yeah, it depends on how long it is. Like if the video is longer, people will watch longer. Let me see the drop-off rate. I'll get to that at another time. The drop-off rate for some things, some people just watch the first few minutes and it doesn't matter. Like, some people will do that. So yeah, let's say if I had 10,000 views, and let's say the lower end of that is $5. So 10,000 views would be, let's say, $25. That's a really good. It's a really good day. It's a really good day. Where, so again, if you have 10,000 subscribers, you could probably make. So, yeah, this could be really good in the future. If I, if Randy Chavez blows up and people like me, and we'll see. John M says one Walt and one Walt and Mickey or OMI instead. If I didn't have anything and that was my choice, I'd just do OMI. But if I already had bag of OMI, like if someone's gonna say like, hey, right now, a Walt, oh god, what is that's like 1.75 million OMI. I should get the OMI. But my conservation side is telling me to get OMI, just because that this is already 30x of the original floor price of $333. That Walt. Can this keep rising? Can this go to $50,000 or $100,000? Yeah, absolutely. $100,000, sure. I think it's pretty much guaranteed that OMI 10x's before Walt 10x's. So yeah, I'd take OMI. Monarch says you would probably make more on Twitch. When I get a computer next year, I will go and do that and do both. Ramsey says hot tub Randy. Jordan Mears, talk about fun. Thank you so much, Jordan Mears. Tech Shadow says, because I have a video with 64,000 views, but that I'm not monetized, and a ton of views with like 10,000 views, I just got to get to, Tech Shadows. Hang on a second. Comment on one of my other vids, Tech Shadows, and I'll, or message me your, message me on Twitter. Monarch MC says, OMI all day. Frenzy says, OMI. yeah, same. That was interesting. Thank you. No problem. All right, guys, I love you. It's been about 3 hours. It's like 3 a.m. I have to go to bed. All right, I'll see you all later. All right, goodbye, guys. Meow. Thanks for hanging out. This was nice. I hope that we can do this again in the future. I hope that we can continue to always do this. To just, at the end of the day, when we all have millions of dollars, we should make it a point to let everyone know, hey, come on, OGs. I don't know how. We'll try to make it happen. Investing in OMI right now is like investing in Steve Gates in his garage. Yeah. See you later. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be here with Arya Realty and King Tech Ops. We'll discuss a lot. Bye, guys. Meow. My throat.